Hello everybody. Welcome back to Whispers of Hope, our Legend of Zelda based Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I am the Dungeon Master Zom, and all the rest of the party is here. Somebody else make sure to yell at me about the audio, because it seems like we've been having audio issues lately, and I haven't noticed because everything sounds fine on Discord. So if somebody can comment on that if we're having issues, just let me know, and we'll try to adjust on the fly. If not, whatever. As usual, we'll start off with our introductions, though. Starting off with Vivra.
Hello, I am Rhettaliate, aka Vivra Lakru, the Twili druid.
I'm JaxiHeart, and I play Demira, the weapon spirit.
I'm Sky/CeruleanxIris, and I play Akari, the Shiekah rogue.
Rin.
I'm AlistairForgall, and I play Velkorin.
Lumi.
I'm NibiNekomata, and I play Lumi, the Rito bard.
Good. Woo. Well, we got that part. Right. Alright. Sorry. Brain is already flustered. Somewhat recovered from an illness. Hopefully it'll leave me alone for the most of the day. But just a bit of a cough and a frog in my throat, for the lack of a better term. So hopefully I'll try to mute if I have to cough or sneeze or sniffle. But if it comes through, I apologize. Other than that, no other announcements. And we'll just jump into it, as we say. We'll start with the goddess inspiration. First is Miss Akari, and day 3.
I think she still has one left over, right? Didn't she get it last time?
I don't remember.
I was trying to remember, actually.
Wait,
One moment, please. Let me
Either
open
way,
the Great Book
you've
of
got one
Everything.
now. Yeah, exactly.
just as
Either
a
way, you've got one
reminder,
now.
if you get the goddess inspiration, you have it until you use it, but you cannot have more than one.
Yeah.
Akari got the blessing last time.
For our change. So people remember that. But as for
You said Akari did get it last time?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think I used it, so you could probably re-roll it. Unless you just want to let it rock.
To make it easier, just on D&D Beyond, there isn't
Mhm.
like heroic inspiration. Just click that button and it makes like a sunrise symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next to your health.
But anyways, we will do a brief recap. Well, it's not a brief recap. A lot of stuff happened last session. Just recap for what happened last time. Our party had returned to the Zora's Domain to turn in their quest to help rebuild the Zora's Domain. After that, obviously being rewarded and talking to the king, Vivra requested some aid as far as figuring out what's going on at the Lon Long orphanage, with the basically asking for any help along with that. She has concerns that something might be happening to the children at that area. So Mikau asked Elena and Eli to continue to work on that area on their behalf, basically, because as typical political stuff, they can't get super involved with Lon Lon due to its neutrality, but they can still offer support where they can. So obviously, with Elena being the knight captain of the Wardens of Hyrule, she is probably one of the first persons to ask as far as that. After that, Lumi had negotiated with the possibility of opening up a Zora branch of the Diamond Dust. Mikau acknowledged that should be more than a possibility. So they would finalize the details with Malice with that, as far as that part. Velkorin had requested some enchanted earrings in order to communicate through long distances between the party members, and Mifa was the one who decided to take charge of that part. Demira seemed to have a request from Alice, but didn't bring it up quite in the meeting, and Akari said that she would discuss the reward with Coda at a later time. The group received a large monetary reward from Malice for completing the quest that was assigned to them, and Lumi divvied up the loot equally, as she would. After that, the royals informed the group of essentially the next biggest concern of the area, being the abandoned lab that they discovered that seems to be part of Inara's evil doing. Many of their scouts have either been injured or killed when investigating, so their concern for this area is growing more concerning, for lack of better words. Basically asking the party if they can investigate and survive this ordeal in order to receive the proper evidence. That way the royals have an official reason to go after Inara and imprison her to stop her from causing more trouble. The group kind of was hesitant about accepting the quest at first due to how dangerous it sounds. So they still have yet to make their decision. But after that, Mikau said that this is something that can be worried about the next day, because right now they wanted to celebrate the heroes as well as finish up the coronation of Mikau becoming the king of the Zora's domain. So during the coronation for King Mikau, it is also announced that the party has become the Heroes of Hope as a recognition of what they did at the Zora's domain, helping the people there. Later on, Velkorin has a meeting with Frederick to ask, did this happen personally so I don't spoil it for the other people? I can't remember. Or was everybody here for this? When you asked them about the special.
You're talking about not being an a-hole? Or a different thing?
Well, everybody
we
was
were all
here.
Everybody was
for
here.
it,
Okay, I just didn't
but
want to.
their
Above
characters
table.
weren't.
Okay, couldn't remember if everybody was here for that part.
Above
Anyways.
table, we were here.
Okay. So above table, for everybody who was here paying attention, Velkorin had asked Frederick to secretly add a warp spell onto 4 of the 5 earrings in order for him to protect the group. He also asked Frederick in a kind of jokingly questioned whether or not it was serious. I don't know if Frederick could tell, of how to get people to trust him more. Later on, Frederick kind of laments about Inara seeming to become a bigger issue that they're able to handle, being as they are already very stretched thin with the war that's happening in the desert, as well as the Mad King Edgar, and also just the general suspicions from the Silver Wolf in the north, King Lobo, Lord Lobo, not Lobo. But that are worries for another day. Later on during the coronation itself, an artist approaches the group and asks them if they can draw their portrait. Later on, gifts them that said portrait in a blue frame. During the dance itself, Lumi gently pushes Vivra off towards Sidon, takes Akari for some wine. Demira gives Velkorin a gift, combining a perfect magpie feather, with the raven feather that he had gifted her previously as a sign of their partnership. Taking in the what's it called? The poetry.
Nursery rhyme?
Nursery rhyme. There we go. That's the word I
The
was looking for.
omen?
The omen, she said before. 1 for sorrow, 2 for mirth. Majora somewhat toyed with Velkorin during that moment a little bit, but not too debilitating for him. Later on, Akari opened up to Lumi about her mother and how Ramoya was the right hand for Inara at one point. She feels responsible for the party that was being dragged into danger due to that connection. She also reveals that Inara had a bounty put on her in the past to bring her back since she had escaped. Lumi just basically reassured her that we're all in this together, and Lumi also chose to confide a small hint with Akari about Iva's relation to Malice, but leaves it vague. Later on, towards the end of the celebration, Mikal approaches the group to thank them again and declares hope for the future with Tempa by his side as the queen. And this finally reveals the grand misunderstanding between the two that has persisted for months. Tempa finally realizing that she accepted Mikal's proposal, while up to this point she thought she was just protecting the Sora's sapphire. Mikal awkwardly explains the misunderstanding to Tempa while the group can't help but watch. And then eventually they hurry off to discuss the things privately, but it does seem that Tempa is excited about the revelation. And then as the finish off for that, Coda, very tired of keeping his secrets, was easily persuaded to spill his guts, spill the tea. And the party learns that Coda is actually Tempa's half-brother. This is kept a secret to her. The only other person who knows is Sidon. You also found out that Tempa and Coda are both mer people, which are very rare, but Tempa does not show any of the external features, so he obviously does not know. Basically, after that point, he kind of just threatens to curse anyone who repeats that secret for eternity. And then the party is left in the Grand Plaza awkwardly, knowing way more than they likely would have. Akari gleans that the moral of the story is to be clear about one's feelings to avoid misunderstanding. Okay. Is where we start our episode today.
Oh my gosh.
And I have to breathe now because
More
I was
happened than I remembered.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said too when I went through and read it. I was like, oh, a lot happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it was
a 3-hour episode.
I thought it was a fluff session, and then you kept going, and I was like, oh.
It felt like fluff when we were doing it.
Right?
I mean, it's both fluff and important stuff. Just to kind of give your guys a head start on what needs to be done for you guys. Akari still needs to decide on her reward, since she had told Coda that she would let them know what they've decided. The party themselves needed to come up with whether or not they are choosing to accept this mission or not, and then they'll probably prepare for that. I'll let you guys take over with whatever you think you are deciding you would like to do right now.
So this is right after Coda walks off, and it's just us in the plaza. So are we outside of the party right now?
Likely is still within the plaza. It's mostly slowing down at the end of the evening. There's still probably a few people.
Nighttime.
Yes.
Okay. We're supposed to tell them our decision the following morning.
Probably the following day is what they were.
I figured. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking about how to, because the whole group is here now, just kind of gathered. Okay. Let me check my spells real quick, because there's something that I might want to do if I have the spell for it. That's unfortunate. As after like all of that calms down and people kind of like distance themselves from our group, you know, Coda's gone off, Mikal and Tempa are elsewhere. I think Vivra's gonna think for a moment, and then she's gonna turn to Lumi and say, "Hey, can I talk to you?"
Of course. What's on your... Do we need to step away? What's on your mind?
Preferably, actually, yes. Because I constantly need to remind myself that my telepathy only goes one way. So that's unfortunate.
Okay. What? I'm very bemused, but absolutely willingly. She steps off to the side from the rest of the group and gestures for Vivra to lead the way.
Okay. I think Vivra will try to go somewhere not really populated and out of the lip reader's lines of sights. So I don't know if there's like a balcony or something that's not populated or
Sure,
whatever.
we'll say you go up to the higher balcony, which ironically is near the throne room, but
Oh, great.
it's overlooking.
Okay. Well,
It's like, so if you're looking at the
There's
picture that's
multiple
right now,
levels.
there's multiple levels. You'd be up on the top level before going up to the throne.
okay, so, well, first off, you keep encouraging me towards Sidon, and it's not that I'm not grateful, but I'm a little freaked out, because as we separated, I was like, hey, maybe later we spend some time alone together, and he said yes. And I'm freaking out a little bit about that.
Well, all right. Well, first of all, you and Sidon are friends first and foremost, correct?
Well, yes, yeah.
So think of it as simply spending time with your friend first and foremost. It's always good to have quality time alone with your companions, including those that you don't get to spend as much time with, like us. You don't have to think of it as some big moment of a gesture that you have to perform. It can simply be catching up with a friend. And she smiles and tilts her head, like she's trying to be very, very sincere and trying to be very reassuring and comforting right now. She's not sure
Yeah.
how well she's selling that.
I mean, her passive insight's 15, so depending on if you're trying to deceive her, depending on your deception bonus, you might just beat that outright because it's basically 10 plus whatever for your base.
Oh, she's not trying to deceive her. She's genuinely trying to be.
She's being genuine. Okay.
Yeah. She's trying to be genuine.
Vivra kind of thinks and says, okay. But what if I kind of want to tell him how I feel?
Well, there is no time like the present, especially since we are very likely about to go do something very,
dangerous?
That's a good word for it. I was thinking more along the lines of stupid, but...
Well, everyone else seemed to be in a agreement to go, and I'm not staying behind, so...
It's an important duty that we must perform. That does not make it any less terrifying or any less stupid for us to engage in. That's why I was asking so many questions about who and how prepared were those sent ahead of us. It gives us some idea. So, there is no time like the present to admit to having a crush on somebody.
So you think I should say something? Or no?
I believe that it... She pauses for a second and she's studying Vivra. She's like very, very keenly surveying her for several seconds because she knows Vivra's very intelligent and she knows Vivra is like she's very anxious. So she's waiting.
I mean, I don't think your insight's gonna be too difficult, really. It's clear that Vivra is nervous, of course, but that's nothing new particularly. I would say that it seems like Vivra is weighing the pros and cons of telling and not. And at the moment, with what is at stake and with how often the group gets in danger, at this point, Vivra seems to be leaning towards, well, what if I don't tell him and then something happens? Or what if I do tell him and then something happens?
I think that the best thing for you to do is to be honest with yourself and with him. Do you see yourself being able to live a life alongside him should he reciprocate your feelings?
Oh, go ahead.
And do you think that it would be a weight off of your own chest to at least get it out there that you care deeply?
I've lived a lot of my time in this realm holding on to things. I think I'd regret it more if I didn't tell him.
Then let him know how you feel. And let that be something that you're able to free yourself of. Whether it ends in the two of you getting married one day or...
Oh, that's... Listen. Lumi.
One day, not tomorrow. Good heavens. We're not going to get that
You
far
don't
ahead
think
of
it would...
ourselves.
I mean, it wouldn't be that fast, right? You don't... That's not... I mean, you Tempa. What if it runs in the family?
Listen, Tempa has had that stone for a very long time. And Lumi just starts cracking up. She can't help it. Oh, my word. Oh, bless her.
Vivra tries not to laugh and she like covers her mouth. She's like
bless her soul. Hylia, give her guidance. She needs it. Oh, or whatever gods you believe in. Lumi wipes away the tears from her eyes because she started crying from laughing.
You mentioned that. Vivra says, maybe I should do a quick prayer to Feyre before I do anything else. Or
it can't hurt. When in doubt, I do believe that those who have a god that they favor, they can be granted guidance far more easily than those of us who have no higher power that we believe in.
Well, maybe one time you can try it.
Perhaps. Would need to be in very dire straits, though, before I prostrate myself for something like that. The fairies have a better opportunity.
Aren't they kind of deific in a sense of themselves?
They are, but you can see them. And that makes them real. And that's where I personally draw the line.
Oh, you weren't with us when we... Oh. Vivra says that out loud.
What?
Huh?
What was the goddess of time's name? What was her name?
Didn't have a name.
She
Her
didn't
name
have a
was
name?
the goddess of time.
Let's just say that some of us within this group have met one of the deities, a real one. Kind of hard to deny. You've met Granny.
Lumi's straight up. She's like rings her hand up to her mouth, like puts it underneath the tip of her beak, looks away, And then goes, we were talking about you going to visit Sidon, not an existential crisis for me.
You know what? I should not be putting pressure on you right now to think about these things. We can probably talk about that later.
I will have to pray to Granny before we go off on this for safety. I don't think that she does that, but can't hurt to ask Death to spare us another day. Anyway, you should tell Sidon how you feel. You shouldn't keep that a secret. It would do you good to not have to carry that around, especially given all that we face.
Okay. And you said no grand crazy gestures, so
No, you need not do such a thing. You could offer him a small gift. And Lumi's hand goes up and she touches her necklace. Like, she doesn't even think about it. She just touches her necklace.
Vivra. Oh, go ahead.
You could offer him something that is meaningful. Something handmade, I believe, would be best.
That's a great idea. How much time do you think I have?
Well, we don't have to tell them until tomorrow what we choose, and I doubt that they're going to run us straight out there right after we agree. We probably have another day or two. And I am quite skilled with my hands. I know a little bit of everything. I can assist you in gathering materials or whatever you need.
Vivra has a ton of herbs and stuff already, right? Like, she's been collecting every day pretty much.
I don't know what's in your inventory.
Let's see. She's got a lot of flowers. She's got Sundelion. She's got those, the ones that she thought was rare, but actually aren't, that are all over the place. She's got the mushrooms and the other thing that was like garlic or something, but it's storm bulbs.
The stam bulb.
Yeah, blue nightshade, false hydra parts, leonid pieces. She's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
First, can I do the history roll now?
Sure.
If there are any, if she realizes that there are any pieces that she's missing.
Sure.
Okay, so with history, that was 18.
You would likely remember that you at least have a few of the materials.
Okay.
It's struggle to remember everything you put in because it felt like it was, you know when you're a kid and you just go in this bathroom and like throw everything in the sink and see what happens. That's kind of what you did. So it's kind of a trying to remember which exact things you'd use. And you do at least remember a few of the ingredients you've been picking up.
Okay. Is there anything that she remembers that she doesn't currently have that she could get within like the next hour? Potentially with the help of Lumi.
Because I didn't know which ingredients I wanted to use for this yet.
Well, we could do a luck roll or something to see if she has the items that she needs, or if she needs to go to the shop or something. Do you do luck rolls the way that I've said that other groups have done luck rolls, or do you do them
I usually
different?
do. If it's a luck roll, I'll say roll a D100 and we'll see what happens.
D100. Fascinating. Okay. $63.
That's solid. Terrible. I would say is likely you could assemble the materials, but it might take you until morning to get. Some of them are rare.
Sidon we just said later.
Did say later. He didn't specify what time or day.
I think I need to go find Sidon and ask for tomorrow. Vivra said, you can like see the gears in her head turning. I feel like it'd be really funny if she just produces her notebook and starts writing down what she remembers right now. It's like in the cloud boa. It's like a liminal space or something. And then she'll say, I mean, you don't have to help me, but if you want to, there are a few ingredients in I think they should be nearby that we could probably get.
Then allow me to accompany you, and we shall make short work of it. I have nothing else to do with my other than those letters that we got.
Oh, the letters.
Yeah.
Vivra is distracting herself. Right. Okay. Yeah. So she like gives like 2 items to Lumi and some coins that should cover it. And says, I need to find Sidon first because we didn't specify a time.
Well, all right. You go and speak with Sidon. You know where to find me.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
And she's gonna run off. I don't know if we want to go to the others for a bit because that conversation went for a little while.
We can just check in and see what everybody else is doing first. What is everybody else doing?
Demira has her crystal journal out and is writing down some things. As I assume the rest of the group has started sort of slowly walking back to their rooms at this point. Like, I'm guessing we're not just going to stand around waiting. I don't know.
Are
but
we in
Mira-
the big group room again?
That's where your guys' room. We left
bed.
off at the last session. You were kind of in the main foyer / ceremonial area. So.
That's where we'd be staying, though.
Yeah.
Demira looks up at Velkorin and asks, Velkorin, do you like sweet things yourself, or do you just like giving them to others?
As he's about to just eat.
He's got a handful of candy. Chubby chipmunk cheeks.
I quite enjoy sweet things. I collect different flavors, and I always make sure. And I like. This is gonna be like the biggest like random. This is his like little like tism spectrum where he takes it out and he's got like a notebook of like where he got different candies from and the wrapper. So he remembers in case the wrapper has like a symbol on it of like the candy shop or something like that.
Amazing.
And it's just like, and it's all like essentially what he liked, which ones he liked and which ones he did not like, so he remembers.
Her eyes light up and she's so excited about it. Would I be able to borrow this just for a moment? Would I be able to copy the notes? I'd like to get you something.
Sure. Or he hands over the little booklet.
Demira will excitedly write down notes of what he's already tried and which ones he liked, and eventually hand it back.
I'm gonna send you a list of my real favorite candies.
Good.
It's just gonna be a lot of old people candy.
Your real favorite
Perfect.
Grandma
candies.
candies.
Don't forget, Velkorin's favorite candy is spicy cinnamon.
Word. That, I guess, what is Akari doing?
You caught me when I was about to say FWRB right quick.
Oh, well, yeah.
Akari is
But-
walking back with us.
But
Akari is just listening to everything.
Akari, since everybody kind of split into their own thing, Akari would probably go to Coda at this point.
Ooh. You better. Koda works so hard. The man deserves some screen time.
Yeah, I'm at it. Where are you? Here. Here's my.
Yeah.
All right. So you see that he is, as usual, always very tired looking. He has a very long list that he is looking at very annoyingly. That's the right word. I don't know. Either way, but he sees you approach and just acknowledges you with a look.
She gives a small bow. It goes, sorry to interrupt you as you're looking or going through a list or document. I just guess I have an idea of what the reward I would like from what we talked about earlier.
Of course, he says as he folds up the paper that he was working on, puts it in his pocket, and then takes out essentially a notepad. And he says, "Of course. What are you thinking? See what we can do."
So I have an idea, and it may require the collaboration of Malice as well, but I would like to get something made. And the details exactly, she'll tell him, but the exact details and what it is, I'm going to keep it as a surprise for when it actually gets revealed.
There.
But DM, you will get the details, of course.
And
But you've seen talk about it before.
an indescript magical item is what Akari is requesting for. So, write that down and say, shouldn't be an issue. I will talk with Mikau as well as Malice just to find out if that is something that's possible, and then get back to you.
That sounds good. Then she gives another bow. I'll head back to my room now. Thank you very much for your time and taking down the details.
The bow himself as pockets the note for that you want and takes back out his long list that unfolds, and it's the SpongeBob meme where the note keeps scrolling away from him basically. And then goes back to work. Since everybody seems to be wrapping up for their evening, I will head back to Eli grab Velkorin as you guys are. If he gets separated from the group for a brief moment, he'll grab Velkorin.
He just
Orange getting
yoinks him while
nabbed.
Demira's taking notes. Where did he go? This always happens.
Yeah, because he's always doing it. It wouldn't be suspicious because he does it all the time.
Her perception's so low, she doesn't even notice.
Yep, she's just busy writing and didn't even
He's
notice
got
that
a-
he was.
enraptured in
the
the candy
moment
notes.
he returns is the moment you finish the last letter.
Exactly.
For the last thing, and you're like, here you go.
Dresses you, Velkorin. Assuming you're here before I start. He pulls you aside basically and says, I meant to tell you about this earlier, but we got distracted by other things, but we got a letter, a somewhat concerning letter from Trauru before. He wanted to give it to you before you left Kakariko, but unfortunately didn't catch you fast enough. He hands a letter to you. Yes, do you want me to show it on screen or just send it to you?
Is it a private matter or is it a public matter?
It is a private matter between your organization.
Sure, show it off screen. Let them not see.
We're trying to reach you about your carriage's extended warranty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got an insurance card in the mail.
All right. So he hands you a letter that she received from you, supposedly. Read everything before I pull that up on screen here. Excuse me. Wrong. Anyway, yes. He shows you the letter that he got from, well, I'll show you this version first with your Shadow Can version. Oh god, that's big. As the version with the Shadow Can first, which nobody knows how that reads. Oh no, there's a thing on the bottom of that picture. Website. What is this? Now we really know it's a fake one. She showed me this letter and apparently received it from you, but we both determined that it didn't really feel like you. She's a good judge of character and noticed something was off pretty quickly. It's also lacking a real cipher, which is odd from you. The runes are correct, but it's just 1-to-1. We know how you would have been more careful with that. As far as, even though using the runes, you would also use a cipher attached to that, especially if it was giving direct orders. So it was a bit odd. So I'm going to have to look into this a bit more and let you know what we find out, but we should probably keep this between us, as we want to try to draw this imposter out if possible. If we don't, they might realize that we're onto them and we might miss their chance. This version, and then I'll show you the actual translated version.
No, not yet. I'm
Okay.
still waiting for my candy list.
I will do it then. All right. And basically what the letter reads, this is the letter that was sent to Trauru that was from you, supposedly. It says, I would like you to continue with your pre-existing tasks. However, I have additional orders for you, starting as soon as possible. From this moment on, I require you to keep a detailed log of your incoming and outgoing patrons. Supplementary to this, I request that you attempt to keep a record of all rumors and conversations that pass through your establishment. Lastly, pay special attention to any mention of a legendary sword. Any information pertaining to this subject is of utmost importance. Keep this information to yourself and do not discuss your orders with any others at this time. Discretion is our way. Signed with the V, but in the rune that you normally would sign.
I can see why this is concerning. Between the people we can trust, we should probably figure out who has seen these or is getting these and how many they have been sent out. Just between the ones we can currently trust.
Like I said, definitely concerning that someone figured out your rune specifically.
This is true.
But it is extra odd that they didn't figure out, if they were trying to copy you, why they didn't use a cipher. I don't.
Tell every single person that you get a letter from something a little different. Roughly the same, but just a little different. Whether it
Eventually
be
weed
a
them out.
location or an item. That way, if somebody slips up somewhere, we will know where it came from.
Makes sense. But obviously best to let you know as soon as possible. Well, this is the start of something, but obviously if they're trying to give out orders for you, that could become a problem. The orders aren't, kosher. Well, the request wasn't too out of the ordinary. It was more so the intent behind the letter, or the way the letter. I can't talk anymore. I'm struggling. The way the letter was written, Jesus Christ, was the more defining feature that made them question whether it was real or not. The orders themselves were pretty standard on what Velkorin would ask. I'll definitely look into this and see what we can figure out. But just to let you know, so you can keep an eye on it as well. Might be a good idea for us to shift around our ciphers as well as our runes going forward as well.
I agree with that. I have an idea for a new marking for my letters for now. And he's gonna grab a piece of paper and he's gonna scribble on it. And he's going to draw. It's gonna be something that he's gonna really hate to him later, because it's gonna be a little more ornate than normal. It's gonna be like, he's just gonna draw like a quick little ring, and then he's gonna put 2 feathers in it.
Oh.
Okay.
And the feather, one feather is different than the other one. Because it's the magpie feather, which can have light up. Yeah, that way, if people do start copying that, and let's say they swap it or it's not done as correctly, we know.
Kind of gives you a wink as the understanding of what this is. Coincidence to use. Okay, just a coincidence to use.
It works for now.
Okay, lover boy, I'll take care of that for you. I guess. Well, while I'm here, are there any immediate things you would like me to look into? I've gotten a few of your notes out asking about the sword, but I haven't heard anything back yet. I have a suspicion from someone who might know something, but I'm waiting for a response from them still.
Right now, I think our biggest issue is he just like sits there and he's like trying to think of which direction, because there's so many directions. Can you do me a favor and keep an eye on, or get information on,
the west, the south, the north, and the east. Oh,
yeah,
everyone.
Everyone.
What's our priority now? I know we have multiple directions.
The priority right now is figuring out who is infiltrating us. As much as I would like to say that the war or anything else is more pressing, I don't think we can continue on knowing somebody is watching.
We'll take that quest personally then. Try to pass on some of the other work to the lower levels, but we'll see what we can do.
Because now I'm more worried if I move pieces around, the pieces will be noticed. So give everybody busy work to make it seem like we are still moving as we normally would, but make sure that, again, everybody is moving something a little more different, or something is changed for everybody that isn't within our fully trusted circle.
Enough for me. But that I don't know.
In my time, it never stopped.
Yeah, I noticed. I had to deal with it for a year and a half. Anyway, stop interrupting your evening. So get on with this. Weirdly flails his fingers and walks off. Go hang out with all your women. Walks away.
Oh my gosh.
Only half salty.
Hey,
Oh,
Eli
well,
can come by
now
anytime
he's
he
only-
wants.
Only if he wants to catch these hands.
Oh, right. With that, you're off your own devices. If anything else, or anybody wants to do anything else before the evening ends, we'll move on.
Well, I gotta check in with Sidon.
Yep, that's right. You gotta find Sidon.
Do I find Sidon? To the 10-foot tall.
I would say roll a perception check, even though it's not a very high DC.
No.
He's a tall man. And red in the area of blue.
Well, and everyone here is tall.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? I roll low. Vivra decides to look down for some reason. Oh, no, that's not even a problem. 18 on the die plus whatever.
You can see from where you were standing,
23.
talking to Lumi, that it looks like he's up
Talking
in...
to Lumi?
It was a while ago.
Lumi, girl!
when you were talking to her.
Oh, I thought you said I could see talking to Lumi. Like she
No,
went
when
ahead of
you were
Vivra
there.
and found Sidon first. It was like, oh, Sidon, stay here for a moment.
Correct. You can see that he's probably up in the near that throne room area talking to people.
Convenient. Nobody's talking to people.
Just
Ducks
go up and
swimming
be
around
like,
your feet.
about our arrangement. Let's schedule that for this time tomorrow. Bye.
Just in front of all these people.
Important hero things to talk to you about tomorrow morning, sir. My lord.
My lord. Goodness gracious.
Lady.
I guess you
Kill
can, since
Vivra
you're
now.
since you're looking at him, you can see that I forgot he's not red in our game. He's blue in our game.
He is blue. Yeah, I was gonna say like the blue fin pops
He's
up.
actually
over the
iridescent. He's got rainbows on him, remember?
Rainbows.
He probably, like, since you rolled a pretty decent perception, you can see that he's trying to get away from these people.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, perfect. Actually perfect. Okay. There should be a mute Jackson. No. No. Say your piece.
Talk to him.
I'm sorry. The entire time I was talking to Lumi, I was trying so hard not to laugh at everything you guys were typing. I was like, breathe, keep it together. This is serious. Okay.
Focus.
Focus, yes. So Vivra, after, saying, sending Lumi off on Lumi's mission, newest mission, Vivra heads down the stairs into the throne room and stands up straight and tries to walk professionally towards him and goes, Sidon, I'm sorry, I know you look very busy. Can I actually speak to you for a moment?
The immediate relief at your appearance, and he goes, I'm sorry. Looks at the other people who are bothering him. Sorry, yep, this was important. I was waiting for a response from her, so I will be back. And just kind of ignores the rest of them and walks off with you.
I will be back. They walk off, and once they're out of earshot, Vivra kind of smirks and says, for how charismatic you are with people, I never thought you'd dislike talking to anyone.
Dislike talking. I like talking to real people. I don't like people kissing up. And that's usually what happens when you're royalty.
I wouldn't know what that's like. I'm sorry.
I mean, you are shorter than I am.
Hey, you know
Jesus.
that's not what I meant.
But anyways, at least thank you for getting me away from that. For at least a brief moment. I'm sure Coda will come find me in 2 minutes now that I've run away from them. But the break
Does Coda ever get a break?
He does, but not too often. But he is paid very well, so he kind of deals with it.
I would have said sucks it up.
Like, I'm sure your friend, the bird that's with your friend, she gets paid pretty well. Coda probably
the bird
gets...
that's with my friend?
That's
Is
your
that what
friend,
you just
the
said?
bird, Lumi.
My friend.
Lumi. She gets
She's
paid pretty well
Rito.
from Mallet. But she works for Mallet, and he's pretty much one of the richest vendors.
I wish Nibby hadn't left.
Coda probably could give her a run for her money. For what he's paid. Mikhail kind of doesn't pay attention to how much, which is fine, because he does his work well and does it good. He does his very good work and works hard for that. But I do need to yell.
Yell? I don't think I've ever heard you raise your voice.
More of a sternly correct whatever issues he's having. It's my younger brother. I can only do. Exuberant.
Stern exuberance, yeah.
You wanted to talk for a moment since you pulled me away.
Oh, yes. It's not all that important, but we never set a time for our
Right. Our getaway.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You see as he thinks for a moment, and it literally on cue you see Coda starting to walk towards you guys. And there's my cue. Let's try to do something in the morning. How about that? I'll just go to the main area and I will whisk you away as much as you would whisk me away, as so to speak.
Well, you're stronger than I am, so.
Fair.
I'm so tempted to cast invisibility on us. And be like, you don't have to go back to work right now if you really don't want to.
I don't want to, but unfortunately that is my responsibility, at least for today. A lot of planning that needs to go with Mikau taking the crown officially. I essentially need to pass the reins on him more.
Oh, so you're sort of finishing things up then, in a way? For the most part. Well, then I suppose I would assume that, like, she was, like, holding his arm, sort of, as they were walking, so she'll sort of let go and give him a curtsy and say, I will see you tomorrow.
Of course, I look forward to it.
Have a good evening, Sidon.
You as well, Vivra. Gives you a slight bow before walking off to Coda. See what he needs from it.
As usual, yes. With that, Vivra's gonna get to getting the other ingredients that she needs to find. Nibby, you missed it. Sidon called Lumi a bird.
Did.
And Vivra, yeah. And it was brushed over, but Vivra kind of nudged him and went, she's a Rito.
He meant it endearingly. He's just stressed.
Yeah, that's why like she didn't push the matter because clearly he's still got so much on his plate right now.
Exactly. What
Oh my
Jax
goodness.
said.
Don't read what Jaxie says.
Read what
You
Fine.
told me to stop
Okay.
reacting to it. I got in character. I got into the scene. Okay.
I'm
was
gonna
a
have to put a
wonderful
chat
time.
box back on the
Or
overlay.
put we just need to put a tiny box that just only says what Jax says.
No,
Right?
God, no.
No, you need to have a mod so that whenever Jaxie talks, it's just across the entire street.
It's just a pop-up.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh God.
All right.
Jaxie is speaking in your area.
Anyway, with that, assume everybody's finishing up their evening, probably going to rest for the evening. Or do you guys want to have a group discussion on what?
We were gonna have tea
Yes, that you also
and read our letters.
Yep, got your letters, as well as you probably all should have the discussion whether or not you're taking the mission before you tell the others.
Yeah, we could combine those, have everybody be back in the sleeping quarters or room or whatever, gazebo.
The sleeping
And
gazebo.
You guys can have tea while also discussing this and reading your letters all at once.
I need to find my letters. We've been chatting a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we already read one of mine. So if Nibby wants to go first.
Absolutely. Let me go find that real quick.
Basically, you guys are. We'll
So-
say you are.
There's Draxie's name.
You guys are winding down for the evening, so while you guys are getting ready for the evening, this is when you guys are talking about the letters that you received, and then you continue from there.
Can I flavor Lumi's help action for the potion thing?
Sure.
If that's okay? So what I'm thinking is so they both spent an hour-ish gathering the missing ingredients that Vivra remembers. They gather back in the room, and so as they're reading the letters and taking turns, while Lumi's reading hers, Vivra's kind of doing the mixing and stuff, and then when it's Vivra's turn, she passes it over, and Lumi's sort of following the direction that's in Vivra's book, sort of continues as Vivra is reading. If Nibby's okay with that.
That sounds absolutely perfect. That would.
And now I get the help action, which I really think I'm gonna need.
I'm gonna start with Noth's response to Lumi. I don't know if Zom is gonna put those up on stream, so I'm just gonna read.
Heck yeah.
Say no.
No.
Noth,
No.
her father.
It's gonna be like, who's Nox?
That's the mom. That one.
Nobody look! Everyone close your eyes.
I didn't put it up
One
yet.
that's impossible to read.
I didn't. Yeah, I know. I thought I. There it is. Yeah, it is impossible to read.
Oh my gosh, that's
It's
right.
just here for aesthetics.
Yeah, this is for aesthetic purposes only.
All right.
Lumi will translate.
Yep.
For the
Good luck.
podcast,
If anybody can read this, good luck.
Has put up a what appears to be a piece of paper with
with a bunch of squiggles on it. This is what
whoa,
happens
what
when.
happened to the overlay?
What do you mean? What happened to the overlay?
Do you not see two names on everybody?
Oh, I do.
Oh,
How did I do that?
there are two names suddenly.
Huh. How did I do that? Oh, there we go. I undid it. I don't know what I did, but interesting.
I was like, please tell me I'm not alone here.
So this letter is like when you have the grandma or grandpa that's 80 years old, so they only write in cursive, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Even though you knew how to write cursive, but what the fuck this is.
So
it's a special kind.
Lumi would preface this with reminding everyone that Rito live longer lifespans like Zora do, and so her parents might have had knowledge from her grandparents about the Great Fairy of Valor before she went underground. and about the disturbances that caused it. So she was asking her father about fairy tales, basically. Lumino. Fairy tales, eh? Well, I haven't heard a peep about the Great Fairy of Valor since I was a young man. The tales praised her as kind, strong, and beautiful. She created legendary weapons, some with spirits within them. Yes, in fact, some claimed that the details of her divine methods were stolen and she had a hoot about it. Death Mountain erupted, and the forest northwest of it, or was it northeast? Anyways, it was set on fire and has been burning since, and will burn until her fury is quelled. Or so the stories say. It mostly comes from fairy tale books, which, you know, are probably just trying to teach kids to keep their hands out of the cookie jar, eh? The Fairy Queen is a bit different. Not a lot of stories about that character. I only heard one when I was a kid. It's said that to meet the Fairy Queen, people would climb mountains, the taller the better. On a clear, moonless night, you might glimpse her dancing between the stars. Classic bedtime story material. Maybe count the stars to fall asleep or something like that. You haven't asked for a bedtime story in a long time. Why the sudden interest? You're sort of on a fairy tale quest of your own, I bet. Sorry about your mother. I told her to leave you be. Just keep on your adventures, Lulu. We're always here if you want to kick up your talons by the fire. Bellinacia will chow right through these desserts if I don't beat them to it. Flowers are going to add some warmth to our snowy storefront. Stay safe, Noth. And she has some hard candies that she hands out to the group. They're a ginger lemon mead, so everybody gets one of those.
Yay!
Ooh, ginger lemon.
Thank you.
Yeah, ginger lemon.
Oh,
One of those right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry
no.
about your throat.
I just
What is
eat that
back?
up then.
Let's want to converse about
Um,
them first.
Asking about fairy tales. I don't have too much to say about that right now, I think.
I think that the only thing of note in there would be for Demira, maybe praying to Hylia on a clear moonless night.
That one was about the Fairy Queen, wasn't it?
Oh, yep, my bad. I can't read.
but it did mention praying though. So that's
Praying? Ears perk up.
yeah, no, because considering their conversation earlier, I think Vivra just kind of raises
Vivra
a
has
brow.
become a
like,
Jehovah's
almost
Witness.
gives it- What? Vivra's the most religious out of the entire group. She regularly, almost every morning, prays to Ferrora for nature and stuff. Goes on runs in nature to honor it, and she like literally does all the bells and whistles for it, so she knows about deities. And Vivra, Akari, and Velkorin have all seen the goddess of time, so
And Lumi's
like-
just over here like, religion? Scoffs.
Seen the
You
gods that
met
exist, still an
Granny.
atheist.
Yep. Lumi, I haven't seen any gods. Vivra, yes, you did that one, the one, the scary one. So she would have overheard. I see. I mean, fair. Vivra was not gonna force anyone to. She's just like, hey, if you're considerate, maybe, you know, can't hurt, right?
All right, what's the next one? You want to keep the letters
Okay.
going?
If we're doing chicken scratch stuff, we might as well do a Koku next. And I think Vivra would preface this with, I don't remember what I sent her. It's been a while. Oh, fancy. There you go. For those listening, it's like a different kind of cursive, but still just as illegible. Okay. Vivra, believe it or not, my dear, you can't just talk about it. It's what we do all the time. The difference is that you trust me enough to show your vulnerability. Not easy to open up like that, I know. It may never feel like the right time. You said yourself that you care for them, so you must let them care for you. And she, like, stops reading out loud. She's like, I don't know if I want to read this out loud anymore.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
It's talking about opening up. She kind of like does the sort of assume that I sigh, I guess, just and then she keeps reading. They can't do that if you keep them locked out forever. It's scary at first, but with risk comes reward, and the right people will make you feel secure if you allow them. I'm sure I'm so sorry. That bird, as you say, will be a great friend to you if you treat her kindly. Many people reflect the energy you exude back to you. If it's too hard to bear your heart at all, then simply start with one. This is oddly fitting, currently. I'm never saying all of this in character, by the way.
Demira's just like quietly listening to you guys read your letters and just smiling like supportively at both of you.
Yeah, Demira has no context as to why it's fitting right now.
Lumi is currently working on doing this mixing. She's reading over the notes and she's just trying not to crack up. Like, oh wow, that bird, and here I am helping.
Yeah, Vivra feels so bad.
Oh, this letter was sent early in the relationship.
Yep. Yeah, no kidding. At least a month ago, I'm pretty sure. They kill, they protect, and is that not the way of nature? I am happy to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon, but it has always been my hope that this adventure could gift you new experiences with new people, that you would nurture new bonds and find deep connections. It wasn't long ago that you only trusted Twili, remember? You've already grown so much since you left. My only regret is that I have put you in danger in many ways I never expected. You have endured horrors, but I know that you will experience joy and beauty as well. We can't hide in our burrows forever. There is always a need to forage and explore. You can't control who lives or dies, especially when it comes to... Vivra stops reading aloud for the rest of this paragraph. The rest of this is read to herself, but for audience sake, I'm reading it aloud. When it comes to Velkorin, I have no doubt that you have already altered the fates of everyone around you on numerous occasions, but that is all that we can do. We can inspire new paths, but we can't control where they ultimately lead. So Vivra, I don't want you to overestimate your responsibilities. My true intention is for you to live life to its fullest while you can. Speaking of, is Velkorin doing all right? She continues to read aloud. Nisha is here with me now, thankfully. You have good instincts. Eli has been investigating the orphanage as well, for his own personal reasons. I am retired, but that won't stop me from being a little bit nosy. As you said, she is gifted indeed, and a sweet girl. I have been introducing her to some of the basics of connecting with nature. Her sphere is more challenging, as it is easier to connect with the earth than it is the celestial. However, she is a hard worker, and you have inspired her. Training with her reminds me of the days I trained you. I see your determination and stubbornness in her. Keeping secrets was my job, Vivra. If you could see through me, then I would have been a poor fit for it, wouldn't I? Sometimes secrets are necessary to protect yourself or others. Sometimes they can lead to ruin. Listen to this old lady once more. Okoku. That's the end of that letter. So River kind of folds it up, puts it back in its little envelope.
No comments or concerns. We'll move on to the next one.
Nope. Lumi just passes back the
That's
what
just-
they're
yeah.
working on over to Vivra and just grins at her.
Vivra kind of like she just kind of quietly takes it and just resumes mixing.
Lumi's going to read the one from Juniper next.
There. Here you go. All right. On screen.
Lovebird, so happy to hear from you. Ooh la la. 30 foot tall is a lot to work with. So the Great Fairies are still out there somewhere. Oh, I'm sure everything will work out in my favor. After all, when has a parasocial obsession ever failed a girl? Don't answer that. I won't cause you any worries, sweetheart. I will be sat right here at the fog for a while, babysitting innocence. Malice has asked me to allow Rowan to start a little pop-up shop of his own here at the inn in exchange for our key research. A little practice run for business. You know Malice, he had that look on his face. None. Stone cold. Expressionless. While examining the key, so I can only assume he has genius plans to improve it already. Equilibrium. I've read a small excerpt about them, but it didn't impart much detail. These domain fairies have historically been much harder to find, even in their prime. Seasons and Valor are the exceptions, as they seemed to interact with our kind more freely back then. I'll keep an eye out for any scholarly types and see if I can loosen them up a little. Thanks for writing. Contrary to popular belief, it's always nice to get a visit from Eli. Bring home some epic ballads, cutie. Juniper.
Vivra will roll her eyes at the Eli comment.
It takes all kinds, and Juniper is, well, she's fond of all kinds.
She did say contrary to popular belief, so at least she's self-aware.
Yes, she's quite. I mean, the parasocial relationship with a deity. She's
into them?
Oh, you.
Is there a specific one?
I've said too much already.
She has lofty goals.
I have said too
Don't
much.
we all?
Let me put it this way. Sidon is an obtainable goal. Juniper, on the other hand, I fear she is overextending herself considerably.
Listen, if she knows her worth, she knows her worth.
Oh, trust me, she does.
I will be praying for her.
She will need it. Okay, so you read, is that all of Vivra's, or do you have
No,
one?
she's got one more. From her brother.
Read the one from Nisha already? That must have been a different.
Did,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, it was the only one. It was while they were getting the caravan all set.
I remember now. Lumi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why we waited.
Yanked out.
Yeah. Alright, you got it. Good to go.
Alright. As Vivra taking a breath. Vivra? Is it truly you? I can hardly believe it, but I wish to. Frankly, it's quite suspicious that your letter was even able to find me. This personal courier of yours, Eli, he is quite the tracker. Currently, I am doing well, and I hope the same for you. Zant, we should not discuss sensitive matters through letters. Vivra will pause and say, that's my other brother. Especially during this war. As Twili, we may be under more scrutiny, and although I know whom you're speaking of, that shared name carries a dangerous context right now. Rest assured that at this time I am quite secure and well protected. I've been building a life in the light world. I have many follow-up questions, but you seem different. I suppose it is only natural with time, but it is hard to trust anyone right now. We may be able to meet in person in the future to discuss things further, but as much as I wish to see you, I will need time. If it is truly you, I am overjoyed that you are alive. I believed I was the only survivor. Have you had any visions of Zorek? What have you read recently, Karn?
Demira will just reach over and hold her hand.
Vivra would have folded it slowly, and part of her feels bad that it's such a downer compared to the last one, but after mentioning Zorek, she's just kind of waves it a bit, thinking, and then sets it down. And
good news that Karn is safe.
As safe as he can be right now. And she'll hold her hand out for the potion.
Lumi pauses for a second, and then she slides it over. Just very, very slowly. Are you sure you're all right?
She's trying to not cry right now. Well, she succeeds in not crying, so I think she just quietly takes it and starts mixing again.
Is it time for a group hug?
Almost.
That's what
Lumi's
Akari would say. Akari says that out loud.
Vivra, she has her pestle and she's pressing it into the mortar, and she stops half press. No, it's no. She keeps mixing.
Lumi opens her last one from Zethric.
Oh no.
And she...
What a note to end on.
This will lighten the mood.
Yay!
She skims it silently first. And she's going to cherry pick what she actually reads out loud to the group. I will read everything to our viewers, but specifically, she is going to read to the group. I have no reason to replicate the runes that Malice taught you when the North Camellia Trading Company can procure that of superior quality elsewhere. As for Krestoff, I take little interest in weaponry. Our paths would seldom cross if not for my commerce with his son. In fact, Thoric is a renowned jeweler and goldsmith whose work even I have acknowledged. That is all that she reads to the group. Lumino, the light of my life, finally returns my epistles, not with billet doux, but poison pen. You write to ask me about business, my love? I have no reason to replicate the runes that Malice has taught you when the North Camellia Trading Company can procure that of superior quality elsewhere. Despite that man's perpetual antagonism, I would never allow my vocation to come between us. As for Krestoff, I take little interest in weaponry. Our paths would seldom cross if not for my commerce with his son. In fact, Thoric is a renowned jeweler and goldsmith whose work even I have acknowledged. Accordingly, I have recently commissioned bespoke wedding
Lavalier.
You love you. From
This asshole writing fancy words.
You need only visit my estate to receive it. Now that I have graciously answered your heartless questionnaire, I insist on reuniting with you ere long for wedding preparations. Prosperance and bloom. Cedric.
What a catch.
And Lumi
What a
is
guy.
very carefully, very calmly rolls this letter up with a look of utter disgust on her face. She ties it very neatly. Just puts a little ribbon around it. She gets up and she says, I will be back in 10 minutes.
Is she returning it?
What?
No.
You like
no,
with this
oh boy
guy?
to the north and
No.
west.
Akari
Imagine.
asks, would you like me to walk with you?
No, I'm just going to run this over to Malice right quick. My wedding information is involved. And she says it with the most bitter disgust in, like, just that she...
Do you want me to take out this person? Have them leave you alone?
Lumi considers this, like, she actually stops for a second and she tilts her head.
I can
No.
intimidate.
No,
That's
darling.
So extreme.
That is a little much. That would cause far too many problems. We are not. No.
Just too much paperwork.
That's witnesses. That's paperwork. No, we'll leave Seth alone for now. But I do need to run this to Malice. I will be right back.
Okay, I'm here for you when you come back, she says as she sits back on her bed.
Lumi
actually-
waves her free fingers over her shoulder. Thank you, darling. And then she's got on like a little robe. She's not even dressed to go on this little adventure. She was dressed for tea time with her party, and she's just gonna go trotting off to find her boss and literally throw this at his head.
5 minutes later, you just see a large glow and a Lumi casting fireball on it.
I was tempted to have Vivra ask, do you need a fire spell?
Oh, I think he might have one on hand.
Alright. All the
Okay.
letters are rounded up. They have
Shall I roll?
10 minutes or so, Lumi shows back up.
Yes.
After station.
Do you want me to do the rolls for the potion?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. The help
That
action
sounds
did
like
not-
bad.
So the first one, the total was 14.
Oh.
And that was the survival, but the medicine is arguably the more important one.
The survival is basically how long is it going to take you to find all these things?
Okay. That's so much better. Thank you for no nat ones in this roll. That's great. We love this. So it's medicine plus the herbalism proficiency. So that one is 24.
Oh.
So that one with the DC, if we're doing it the way that I wrote it out, is exemplary. The other one, because of how I rolled the history, is one below the DC that I needed to succeed, which is upsetting. So we've got exemplary, medicine, herbalism, potion making, struggle with ingredients.
Say you were missing one key ingredient, but you still got.
She's writing everything down.
Say maybe you forgot one key ingredient that you couldn't remember, and/or couldn't find it.
Is she aware that it's not perfect? Does she know how far off it is? Like, if she did like the pinky test, like.
We'll say maybe it doesn't quite shimmer like the original potion made. It's still a decent quality potion, but it's not quite as you remember. But still a good. We'll say it has the effect of your, like, if you were taking it the second time, it does the second effect instead of the first.
Hey, that's not bad, honestly.
No.
Okay, so I need to write that down. Vivra, as she's like writing the last of the instructions and stuff that it took to get here, she kind of says, she's like, it's not perfect, but it's not the worst thing.
Say, as you are finishing up your potion, that's when Lumi arrives again. Actually, she was helping you, so never mind. She was already there.
Yeah.
I forgot. Potion is succeeded.
I'll call this one secondary luck. That's the name of this potion.
Third time. That'll be when you succeed. Third.
Well, if she does, then that one's back to being called beginner's luck. That's why this one's secondary luck. So that's the official potion title. So it may not have succeeded how she wanted to, but it's exemplary enough that she's like, now that I'm actually writing this down as we go, I can remake this one if I get the ingredients again. Oh, by the way, tell me how much that's... we can calculate it later how much she spent on items for this. She most certainly has enough in money to pay for this stuff, but considering what it does, it's probably a pretty penny. A good old chunk of rupees.
Yeah, probably. We can go over that later, though.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay, left to have your discussion on whether or not you're deciding to accept the mission.
Demira has made it very clear that she's gung-ho to go for it already, so she is just kind of listening in. She's already made her own mind up about trying to help.
No, the general consensus for when we speak with the royals tomorrow. Are we all in agreement? This is something we must do? Lumi kind of glances around the whole group. She goes and sits down next to Akari on the bed.
He welcomes her. Sorry, give me one moment.
I killed Sky.
Oh no.
Akari's allergic.
Akari's allergic to dangerous missions.
Oh, wrong time. Sinus tried to come up for a second.
Akari's allergic to the potion
repeat
fumes.
the sentence again? Because I was blowing my
Oh.
nose too.
Lumi has a little bit of the potion left on her fingers. She touches Akari's arm. Akari gets hives everywhere.
That's not what happened, is it?
No.
Because I was gonna say she just falls flat as a board.
Lumi went and sat down beside Akari, and then she said, "So are we all in agreement then that when we speak with the royals tomorrow that this is something that we must do?"
Akari nods. He goes, "I know it's something I feel I have to do. If everybody else is in agreement, then I would believe so."
I'm not a great big fan of this idea, but we've done crazy things before, and we're all still here. And I'm not gonna let you guys do this without me. So, I guess I'm in agreement.
It's not set in stone either way. If anyone changes their mind and things become too daunting, we can turn back.
That is true. Getting out with our lives would be the main priority, then foolishly continuing on. That wasn't anything in my mind to do.
We don't have any sort of teleportation stones or anything. Maybe we should look into a failsafe in case things get even crazier than we thought they would.
Lumi and Velkorin can both teleport some of us out. Lumi can take one person, Velkorin can take one person, and myself as a weapon.
We do have an escape route. And I can purchase us a enchanted carriage that I can shrink down for transportation. And that would...
Just so excited.
that would give us a way to have a way there and not have to leave it behind if we had to escape.
That sounds like a good plan, because then it would also avoid anybody seeing it on the passing, if by chance anybody that we wouldn't want to see appears.
I do have invisibility as well if the teleportation doesn't work, but I can't get everyone with it.
Worst case scenario, if there is a moment where we have to leave one behind, you can leave me, because I'm pretty good at escaping and stealthing.
I was muted, but I said I also have invisibility.
Oh, I
was
was
wondering.
It's so quiet.
Apparently I muted and then thought I unmuted, but I remuted.
I was just like, maybe he left again.
Wait, I thought
No.
you just did BRB.
I was surprised on the lack of Velkorin.
Yeah, no, I pretty much said I've got the teleport, but what that was already said, and then I can make people invisible as well.
Okay, perfect. Akari, when you word it like that in the beginning, it sounds more concerning, but I understand what you mean. We will never leave you behind, but I know that you are very capable.
Yeah, I don't mean leave me, abandon me to die, because I won't die or allow that to happen.
Because I
But when Demira says that,
No
everyone
way.
gets mad.
We are
well,
not.
that's because when Demira says it, he means let me die. Sorry, I talked with you.
Listen,
So-
Demira has the idea she can't die.
She can't.
What are
So
you saying, Nibby?
we have, between us, we have the ability to get all of us out of there, and I can cast invisibility on one person. So if Velkorin and Vivra can cast it on two apiece, we can all become invisible to enter the facility. I can get the carriage from Malice, and we'll be able to hide our transportation in a bag of holding. We have something akin to a plan coming together.
It sounds like we got a lot of options, and many of us have options that also serve to help each other.
Well, it's better, I suppose.
In mind of your guys' resources that you would need to spendable resources that you might need.
Yeah,
like
we should buy
potions and
more
such,
potions
Yes, potions.
as a reminder.
True,
in the morning.
indeed.
I agree that we are the best suited for this job. I'm very confident.
I mean, who else is gonna do it, really?
Who else is going to succeed, and how many more lives are we willing to let them throw at what seems to be an impossible task?
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Not right now. later.
We need
Maybe
to
a day or two.
A good night's rest is needed first.
and we need to be well prepared. Vivra and I cannot run out of spell slots. That's not what he actually says.
Yeah.
We
Can't run out
cannot
of
let our
lore
We wanna
friendly.
we need to make sure our magic is filled up.
The monopod that waves hands at in universe
Ethereal capacity.
Make sure I don't
Nature
get
is
a
only
headache.
willing to bless me so much.
Yeah. Demira starts getting ready for bed.
But if you all would like to pitch in for that carriage, I would happily take 250 red rupees from each of you. I can afford it. I just also would like to be able to buy the potions that I need.
That's gold, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much gold did we get again from the
250.
split?
We got 200 platinum.
Yeah, you got 2,000 gold.
So
Of
yeah,
course.
Vivra will give 250.
Akari will
Demira.
also give 250.
Yeah, Demira extends her arm and it glitters purple as some purple rupees come out to give to Lumi.
Purple. Oh right, because it's
Yes,
yeah.
for the
I was
value of
asking-
red.
So how much
I
how
was
much
like-
platinum you said it was? 200
Yeah, you got 200 gold.
Yes.
platinum.
It's equivalents of 2,000 gold.
Yeah, I just making sure I have the different currencies there like that, so I can have that idea. Update my character sheet
I just put
And
in a
give
pot
it-
and smash and it converts it for me.
and give it 250. She said, right?
Yeah, 250 gold. I'm just gonna throw my platinum out the window because she's about to hand that all over right back to Malice. He's literally getting.
It's just a cycle, man.
He knew what he was doing.
He did like it all comes back to me in the end.
Anyway, that's a 0 now.
Do you get an employee discount?
I do.
Heck yeah.
That's why it's only 3,000.
Only, of course.
Anyway, we have a carriage now, or we'll have a carriage in the morning.
A
But
shrinking carriage.
yes, it's magic. It's lovely.
That
Jaxie has a picture of
should
it.
be a lot harder to destroy, right?
It's
Ooh,
going in the bag of holding.
I
It's
put it
a
in a
magical
bag.
item, so it can't be destroyed by normal means.
Fire.
Unbelievable.
It's going in my bag of holding. In my backpack.
I don't know
On
why.
my body.
On
And
my
your
body.
body's gonna go into the bottom of Mount Doom, and then what happens?
Oh my gosh.
No.
Kidding. I'm
Well-
kidding.
Not a, she can fly. It's
She
not gonna
fly.
happen.
Escape!
Well,
Don't let Zom
gonna
take your
try.
wings. I don't know, but the way you said it's going in the bag made me think about the joke. I was over on the bench. I don't know if anyone knows that one.
I do not.
It's really funny. Well, unfortunately,
Uh,
I'll have to show you. I'll show you later. That's fine.
Oh,
Demira is asleep on one of the available beds. She
As
is
everyone-
ready to go tomorrow.
As everyone relaxes, Vivra is going to kind of sit in like the middle of the area of wherever everyone's at, and she is going to ritual cast water breathing. This means she does not use a spell slot, and everyone within line of sight of her for the next 24 hours can breathe underwater. So she's totally not doing that for any
Time
reason.
to go back
other
to the
than-
bottom of the lake.
Well, you don't need it.
I
technically
don't
speaking.
need it, no.
Receive gift regardless.
We can all go to the bottom of the lake.
no!
Guys, want to see something
Zamira's
cool?
like, field
Hey
trip!
guys, you want to see a dead body?
Everyone
see my
stab me real quick!
Any other last minute things before the end of the night?
I think that was my last thing.
No.
I'll pray to Ferrora, but she always does that, so.
Sure.
So nothing particular for her to say. Let tomorrow go well. Please help me protect them when we go on this freaking scary as heck trip.
Just for my amusement, roll a d1.
Oh, goodness. I've dropped my dice on the floor. It's already crashing and burning. Let's see. 93. Boop.
Boop. It's either very good or very bad, a 93.
That is very good. I will say it is one of the more stronger connections you've felt with nature before. I will say you will gain Feor's blessing for the next 24 hours.
What's that do?
You will gain advantage on any charisma saving checks, as well as Constitution was the decent roll.
Advantage on charisma and con saves specifically?
Yep. For the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Or make it 48 because I have a different thing planned, so you don't waste it.
Oh, gasp!
I mean, I don't have anything planned. Nothing's gonna happen. Anyways. Yeah, so
It's because she did a ritual cast for the first time. She finally is, like, utilizing the gifts she has been given.
Okay, so yep, if that's it for the night, just take a quick short break and get some more water because I am dying. But we'll be right back. Don't run away. Whee! Whee! Or, yep, birds are back. Hell, she's back.
My bad.
It's fine. It's appropriate now. As the dawn approaches the horizon, you hear the sounds of birds chirping in the background.
Chirping in the morning. How many? How many birds?
8.
Count them.
Count
How
'em.
many are corvids? None. They're all chickens.
They're all cuckoos.
Cuckoos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The chicks you have, are they chicken chicks or another kind of
The-
bird chicks?
They are chickens, yes.
Okay,
They,
I know you
they,
mentioned
they
having chickens
should
before.
all be female, but
Okay.
the test is only 95% accurate, so there's a chance that we might have a rooster, but we're hoping for all hens.
Okay, I just remember you mentioned you already have chickens, so that's what made me realize it was probably that.
Well, they're about to get
Yeah.
assaulted by cuckoos.
But I know some
Oh,
might call
no.
baby bird chicks too.
Vivra
Also,
wakes up, one's on her stomach, the black
Wake the
one is
fuck up.
snuggling
All right.
Akari.
All right.
I need you to share pictures of the chicks
Alright.
with me later. I need to see them.
I can do that
Later.
for sure.
Later.
Later,
The
later,
DM
character.
can move
Come on.
things, guys.
Focus.
I work
Let's
in
go.
the morning. Focus.
Yeah.
That's why I said later. I did say later.
Yes.
All right,
Sorry.
as you guys start to wake up, we'll say each person does their morning ritual as usual. You can correct me on what you want to do, or we'll just assume you guys are each doing your own thing this morning. We'll say to start off earlier in the morning, Frederick does approach your guys' room, looking for Velkorin.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's almost like you asked for something from him.
Yeah, I need him to give them to the other people, not me.
Yeah, well,
Velkorin's wearing
it's
a
your
mask,
party.
you
You
can't
can
recognize
distribute.
him right now.
All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Oh, I forgot to change. My bad.
See
Everybody's
you-
here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He'll just wave you over to have you come over to him. Since obviously you knew you wanted you to keep things secret.
Okay. I will walk over to him.
Open up a fancily kind of bedazzled box and says, "Here you go. Mifa set up the details with Malice, and then I added your separate request privately. He had said that the Zoro Royal City, he's also, just so for reference, I am making sure his back is turned to the people that can read lips.
Okay.
And or Velkorin's probably using his ring.
Yes, I am.
Yep, there you go. I assumed. But anyways, so he said if the Zoro City itself might become unstable due to the tensions with Inara increasing. So he decided to link the warp point to one of the hidden caves that are nearby. Be extra safe. Each excuse me. Apparently, Frederick was drinking again last night. Each earring has a different command word so that the teleportation enchantment can be triggered individually. Here's the list. And they're all color-coded. So, the note that he hands with you as well as the box. Each of the earrings is a platinum stud that has a dangling teardrop gemstone in each of them. And the note itself reads, the starry blue tanzanite for Vivra, a rich pink tourmaline. I think I said that right. For Lumi, tourmaline, whatever. Soft lavender alexite for Akari, stormy teal purple alexandrite for Demira, and a glittering cyan aquamarine for Velkorin. And then each of the command words is written next to each one. For what you requested, so hopefully you don't need to use.
I definitely hope not. I'm going to put the piece of paper in my... Because there a piece of paper that doesn't have the command words on it?
It's likely written in code, we'll just assume. But you can burn it afterwards if you want, I guess.
Well, I just want to, like, because if I'm going to bring it to the group, right, I'm going to read off the piece of paper who gets which one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just easier for me to not have to, have.
We'll say
That'd
it's
be like,
written
"What's
at
this
the
mean?"
bottom, so you can just tear it off real quick.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tear it off and then
Sharpied out.
tear it off and put it in a pocket.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you. It's almost seems like we're going to be leaving sometime today.
How dare you?
I figured as but I'll let you discuss with the king and as well as us once you guys are ready. I figured you were going to accept anyway, so
We don't have much of a choice.
Mm,
Sorry, that was a yawn.
Breaking news: Velkorin is
Accurate.
not a morning person.
nope.
um.
He's not an awake person. What do you mean?
All right. I will give the handies out, and then once we are ready, we will meet you there.
He nods and just kind of quickly bows, or not quickly, but acknowledges the rest of the group before he walks off back up to where he needs to go.
Demira curtsies back as he goes.
He's gonna walk up, and then he's going to kind of just stand in the middle of the group. Our earrings have arrived, and it looks like each one of us gets a special colored one. They're all customized for us individually.
Customized for us individually, aside from the color. Or yes.
No, like they're made of different gems, and he's gonna hold up two different ones, the green one and the blue one, like they're different gems.
Blue one. There's two blue ones.
I can see they're different colored gems, but
Demira
Like
that's
that's
mentions
functions
what
and
excitedly,
customized means. Like,
which one's which?
he pulls out the piece of paper.
I guess it's not obvious for us.
Well, it would be obvious for them, but it's not obvious for me.
It's
He gives everybody their individual earring. They were all
posted it in the
designed.
Discord as well, just as a reminder for anyone who forgot what was said. Sorry for interrupting.
Vivra holds the blue one and says, "Was this meant for my formal outfit?"
That is a Malice question. Because it's not a me question.
I don't work here.
He just kind of quietly says, "I'm not wearing any blue."
I ordered it. I ain't make it.
Yeah, I just put in the order. What tab is this under?
I sent the
It's
wrong.
in semi-important chat.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, then I didn't know. I don't know who's what on this list.
Each match, real life stone.
I know. I
yeah,
saw that and I was like, "That's really clever." Doesn't fit Vivra, but it's real clever.
there you go. They were all customly made for each one of us.
Thank you. And what does it do?
Thank you.
Allows us to talk to each other?
It allows us to talk to each other. That's what I ordered.
It's not always on, is it?
No, we have to, and he grabs it and he like talks through it. We have to activate it, and then it's like if it is just the spell, you now hear in the back of your head of us me talking to all of you, as you also hear me talking.
He talks to it. There's immediate feedback because we're all.
You got that Discord delay.
I was thinking about it.
Well, it's just just milliseconds off, so it's a disconnect.
Okay.
Oh.
That would
Yeah.
an easy way to describe it for you guys. It's the same gossip stone as what Lumi has with Malice.
So
their
unlimited
earrings.
range.
Compact.
Unlimited range.
Yeah.
You just have to answer them.
Okay. And
And
what
I've-
was
and-
Lumi trying to say?
Lumi was going to say exactly that. Oh, it's like the
Okay.
gossip stone.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, we can use these and still stay invisible, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
when
they're
you
like telepathy stones?
Yeah.
somewhat.
what they only connect to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we can choose who
multi-way
they connect
sending
to?
stones.
Can we choose which of each other they send to, or is it just broadcast?
I can assume who you want to talk to, or if you just want to talk
that
to
was
the
in
group.
character.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, is Frederick still there? Or did he leave?
Velkorin
No, he left.
repeats what the DM said.
Yeah. What the DM said, but in my voice.
Yeah.
This is going to be.
Again, I feel like this was a quick and easy reward, and it's something we could definitely use, especially coming into the next fight.
Someone hearing all.
He contemplates and thinks to himself how
He's gonna regret it immediately.
much he's gonna regret these things.
As soon as
we do
with
pink
20 missed calls.
No, the hilarity.
Velkorin, where are you?
It's just constantly Demira. Hey, what did you think about this that one time when we did that thing? Like, but do you also like
In his
this? I
head.
saw you looking at green flowers the other day, but do you like yellow ones too?
No,
Like,
the
Jesus.
hilarity that I've made this random decision that it's not canon, but your ring has a feedback with it, so if you try to message someone, they just get random gibberish, but from you, you'd be like, help, I'm dying, oh god, and it just comes out, hey, we gotta get some milk and eggs from the store, just so you know. That would be so mean.
Oh
I wouldn't
my
do
God.
that. But anyways.
Why is Velkorin talking about milk?
Why is he talking about milk? And then you guys have the realization. Oh no, the ring! Alright, anyways.
Demira puts it on right away. Okay, I have some errands to run, and I have to ask Malice for something, so I'll be back later.
Errands?
Alice?
And she'll rush off.
Okay.
Above table, where you guys did remember that she asked for Malice to do something for her as her
Well,
reward.
she was staring at him.
Oh.
She was staring at him.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't think it was actually in character.
Oh, never mind.
Errands, Malice, safe.
He is going to spend a very small amount of gold getting a few like simple crafting materials that I'll message you about, and then she's gonna meet up with Malice, ask him for a favor for her reward, buy something from him, and then on her way back she's going to gather some stuff, which I will also message you so that I don't take up too much time. So she's off running errands for a few hours.
3-ish hours, you guys have time to prepare for what you are assuming will be getting ready to go before you guys go to talk to the king. So whatever preparations you want to do before that this would be the good time, and or Vivra could go do her thing.
That I was literally gonna ask if that was before or after the meeting.
Either one. More sense for you. Probably the after would probably be the better.
Yeah, I feel like after makes sense because with the meeting coming up, the logical conclusion is that Sidon will have to do preparations for the meeting as well, as part of like his last things, you know.
Makes sense. Okay, so I guess what is everybody prepping for this time period before you guys go?
It's going to go purchase her carriage, and then she's also going to figure out how much. Oh, well, she's got to get a couple of horses for that too. How much are the horses? How much do I gotta cough up for that?
Ironically, horses are the cheap part. But we'll say varying levels. Do you want just a regular moving horse that probably is, how much you want to spend? Yeah. Do you want these to be good, high quality horses that are strong and sturdy?
I want
or do you
to not hurt my feelings when I have to let them run off into the woods.
Okay, so kind of somewhere in the middle. I'll say
Is there a shrinking brand of horses that we can put in our
a
pocket?
shrinking brand. Only you guys knew a Shiekah person to make you a Shiekah tech horse. Uh-oh.
In my travels, I have heard of figurine animals.
I think you're
where
right.
you speak a command word and they will turn into it, but they only last for a few hours a day. That might be something Malice can make.
Technically speaking, I can also turn into a horse.
Oh, we have a free workhorse.
It's just
I forgot.
I was literally just about to say Demira is strong. She can pull the carriage.
Not you. We can literally have somebody who can turn into a workhorse.
With Vivra, both of them.
Oh, together.
That's funny.
Lumi's just like rubbing her forehead, like, oh my god. The miniaturized, that might be something that I can ask Malice about. I don't think that he'll be able to provide that anytime soon, and I don't think I can afford it anytime soon, but we can put it on the list.
Look them up. But
yeah, we're gonna put it on the list. That way we don't have to do it today.
Yep, that's fair.
With the horses we've lost already, I'm not sure.
Well, these horses get blasted, they just turn into the figure again, so it's better.
Yeah, exactly. So if we can get those, it would be ideal because we've already.
Because you guys are prone to get fireballed for some reason.
A few
miniaturized figurine horses that enlarge with command word.
Okay.
That's going on into my notes.
So you're spending 3,000 on the carriage?
Yep, 3,000 on the carriage.
To do the figurines, I'll say add another 1,000. So it's 4,000 even.
And that'll get us 2 figurines.
So get you 2 carriage powered, whatever distinction horse figurine.
What? We don't want war horses? Big, burly.
Whatever thing that makes the most sense. We'll figure out the details later. We'll say 4,000.
How much are potions again?
Are you buying potions to fill your bottles or just buying general potions?
I was looking at lesser blue potions.
Lesser blue are the more expensive. Have that in craft.
Yeah.
I think they were like
Vivra can make healing potions if that's what we need. So if she's asked to, like, as part of her task for the day, she can do that and make a few of those.
The one that I'm worried about are the blue ones.
Yeah, I don't think...
I think that I had mentioned, like, gathering the resources for it and then having them crafted cheaper, like several sessions ago.
I think we mentioned that. Did you write anything in your inventory on D&D?
Do I have anything in my... let me...
I think you guys were looking for the mushroom.
We had looked for those mushrooms. Did I put them in streams? Did I not write it down? Is it in my notes, maybe?
Let's see.
Oh, I surely did not write jack shit down in my inventory.
Oh. Did I run out of mushrooms? Did I give them away? Let's see.
Did you put them in the party inventory? Because I think a lot of stuff is moved there.
I forgot about the party inventory.
I think most of the crafting stuff was moved there.
Bundle of mushrooms, 1. Party inventory. Thank you for reminding me about it. We got a lot of magic bottles, guys.
Yes, we do. We've got enough magic bottles. It was the actual...
Oh wait, is that why our magic bottles weren't in my inventory anymore?
Yeah, we put them in the party inventory.
I'll have to go back through my notes and find how many.
We'll figure out those details later, and then just tell me what you guys are wanting to get and what you're to do, and then we'll figure out the logistics after session.
Yep.
So
'Cause I
you're
think-
aiming for blue potions. Vivra's making
Yes.
regular potions.
Yeah.
Akari
Hopefully,
would
yeah,
need to get red
hopefully
ones.
at the very least greater healing, because she's trying to get better. I remember, I think last time she made potions, she rolled well enough to do greater healing, so she's hoping to do that or better again. How many bottles is she given for this task? Is it one? Is she making one per person? Is that we
Akari
have
would want to use 2.
because we need to leave at least one for. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 magic bottles. If we give 4 to Lumi for the blue and 4 to Vivra for the healing, then we can try to get one of each for.
And Lumi currently has 1 magic bottle on hand, so she
Okay.
could take only she would only need 3, and then that would give. Or she could do 4, and then that would give Vivra and her 2 and Demira 1.
Oh wait, no, Akari's magic bottles are still in her inventory. Okay.
Also, we have even more. Because if we could do 1 per party member, that would be ideal.
I have 1 potion with me already for 2d4 plus something. So I have at least 1 already.
If I
that
recall
matters.
that everybody should have started with 2 magic bottles. I think one of the times you met with Malice, he gave
Except for
each of you an
Demira.
extra magic bottle. So everybody should have 3, right?
I think I put all my magic bottles into the party inventory.
I think
No,
one of
I still have 2, which means we got plenty. Never mind. For some reason, so many.
Did that
Because
Chateau milk come with a magic bottle?
That was
or
the
no?
other part. Is I think you guys received 2 Chateau Moonfalls, which would have came in magic bottles
And
too. So you should have 2
Vivra
extra on top of
drank
that.
them.
So Akari
So
would have
that's
4.
probably what the 2 that Vivra has.
I moved my
Then
2 magic bottles over there.
Yeah, I think
Two.
Akari's
So
2
we
extra
have
ones are
one.
in the party inventory.
So we can split the
So-
magic bottles however you think is going to be best. Because
Yes.
I have 3 lesser red potions for myself.
I was gonna say.
So you already have 3.
For
Yeah.
ease
That's
for you guys,
But
keep
they
the
don't
magic bottles in your party inventory, and when you make them into potions, just distribute them out to yourselves first. That way, it's easier to keep track.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. I have
Yes,
3.
broke
I have,
after this session. Thank
But-
you.
But again,
I
this
have
is
3 bundles of stone bulbs, which is what I need for the potions. Those are full bundles. How many potions can I make with 1 bundle?
bundle. Would be
Yeah.
had 3 bundles. I think it was.
And I have 2 bundles of Hyrule herbs as well.
Herb. Those are both the the herbs is a filler ingredient, so that one would require a lot to make anything out of it. It's typically something you add to enhance. The sand bulbs would be 1 bundle per potion, and then if you want it to be a stronger potion, you add more to make it stronger.
So a full
So-
bundle for 1. Okay, so then
A
I
full
can't
bundle for
make
the
that many.
lesser 2 would be, and then it goes up based on that. But again, that's stuff we can figure out the logistics afterwards. We don't have too much time.
Okay.
'Cause
Then
it's an
unless
exponential
she
growth
can,
thing.
yeah. So unless she is able to gather more herbs for more potions, she'll probably try to make 1 greater healing potion and 1 lesser healing potion, and then she'll hand them out to people. And so that's the medicine with the herbalism kit to give her the bonus. 25 for the potions.
Eve.
And I will cross out these items because I don't have an eraser for some reason.
rolled a high success.
Yeah.
How many things were you using?
I used 2 storm bulbs for one and 1 storm bulb for the other because she only has 3 bundles. So she's trying to make 1 greater and 1 lesser. If they can be stronger than that, great. But that's what she's hoping for right now.
2 bulbs, and you scored a high success. So
Mhm.
the one that used 2 would give you a 4d4. That's the lesser is 1d4, greater, I can't remember whatever it is off the top of my head. But like I said, write it down. We'll figure it out after stream because it's a lot of math. So roll what you got, and then we'll do it all afterwards, so we can keep going. Because it's a lot of just logistic stuff that's not amusing for viewers to watch. So we'll stay.
I put what I found into our crafting channel.
Okay.
For later.
Okay. That'll work. So we'll assume Vivra's making her potions. Lumi's getting the stuff to make her potions. Mira's off doing her task that she wants to do. What are Akari and Velkorin doing to prepare for the excursion?
See, besides making sure she gets the bottles filled for potions, unless she went with Lumi, Akari would just kind of make sure all the equipment's in order before everything.
Essentially the same thing, just making sure everybody's equipment's in order, making sure everybody's stuff is packed.
Okay, so basically you guys are gonna do. You're letting the other girls get everything ready, and then you two are preparing for everything else. So that works. Day after, probably about 3-ish hours or so. You guys do all the stuff you are tasked for, and the irony for you, Lumi, when you go to get your carriage, you actually see that Demira is sitting with Malice, and it looks like she's getting a tattoo, but it's actually him carving a rune on her back.
Did I come back?
She looks utterly bewildered.
Malice is just like, well, he is a weapon and wanted to be enchanted, so that's sure, let's try it.
All right.
I'm sorry, am I in the way?
No. Not. No. Never.
This is earlier in the day, right? Because
A little
otherwise
bit,
she'd
yeah.
be gone by now.
Lumi is just baffled. Baffled is the word.
I came for the carriage and the
Right. Perfect. Yes.
There's yes, and there are miniature figures, perhaps.
He
that
sees
can turn into
her
horse-
struggle and is like, right, yes, we were talking about this earlier. I did prepare those ready to get for you easily. And he stops what he's doing with Demira and goes into one of his bags and pulls out the tiny carriage as well as the 2 miniature figures and hands them to you. This is what you were asking for, I think. Obviously waits for the payment.
She, wincing slightly, she hands him basically all of the platinum that he just gave them.
And you can,
Oh my gosh.
if you want to, you can make an insight check to see the slightest hint of a smirk as he knew exactly what this was going to happen.
Let me do that insight check real quick, because I just want her to be like, I hate to have that moment of, oh, you clever. What's that with it? That's a 26. Does she catch that?
You definitely noticed, and then based on your expression of noticing that, he gives you kind of a wink before going back to Demira.
She shakes her head and then she says, "Sir, 2,000 of that was mine."
Mm.
and then she just waves her hand. "I'll see you later, Demira. Don't get into any trouble."
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be back later.
All right. So we finish up with that. Lumi has her carriage and her figurines, as well as the materials for the potions. Vivra has made her other potions. Akari and Velkorin have made their preparations to get the carriage ready and everything else packed up, ready to go. Demira is running a bit late, as you guys are all ready basically to go and ready to go talk to the royals. Just as she shows up, Demira, you tell me what your condition.
I'm perfectly fine. What do you mean? I'm
Hey,
perfectly fine.
I was more inclining the new enhancements you have.
Well, her hair covers it up, sort of, but when she jogs back over to the group and catches up, she'll sort of proudly move her hair aside and show that there's enchantment runes carved down her spine, sort of. Malice enchanted me with new abilities. I'll be much more helpful now. I'm sorry I'm late.
You were already quite helpful to begin with, Demira.
Oh, I'll be more helpful now.
Well, I guess, what do they do?
Well, one of them gives me a runic focus where I can... I mean, I suppose it's not that interesting. It's mostly fighting stuff. But he upgraded my existing rune as well. With a few abilities, I am lighter and able to fly very, very short distances. And she'll list off a few different things.
I want to know.
I can send it, I guess, in chat later. It's not in character kind of things like, oh, this one increases this skill by this % or something, you know.
Oh.
Okay.
Demira gives precise numbers.
When you Velkorin's gonna walk up behind her and look at the rune and just investigate it. First of all, because he doesn't trust Malice per usual.
Yep.
But when you say lighter, he just sticks his hands underneath your arms and just lifts you up. Can he lift you up now? Or
just for the hell of it, Demira's gonna fly 20 feet up and then fall back down as he lifts her to make it seem like he's thrown her.
Is that deception?
That's just her using an enchantment.
Can I do insight to see, understand what happened? Or Arcana, because Vivra is proficient in Arcana, so she knows magic.
She lands again and looks up at Velkorin.
That's a nat 20. She knows exactly what happened. What a waste of a nat 20.
I was gonna say, if anything, Velkorin would be very confused because he's not a very strong person.
No, that's why he was gonna lift her up to be like, I can lift somebody up now. Look, push.
You did the thing that Goku did to Chi-Chi back in Dragon Ball Z when he woke up from his virus, where he just threw her up in the air.
Yeah, I suppose above table, in lore-friendly terms, she explains the rune has been upgraded so that she can fly 20 feet, but only if she lands. otherwise she'll fall. She can't stay in the air or anything. She can cast levitate like once a day or something. I don't have the exact stats in front of me. Once per some kind of rest. There's like a shield
Interesting.
ability on it that she can use once per day, I think, and Featherfall once per day, something like that. It's based on something from like a rune expansion or something in D&D. And then she paid to get enchanted with another thing called Runic Focus, which lets her sort of, if it's like in Final Fantasy XIV, it's ley lines, but it's for combat. It's melee combat ley lines. She can set down a
Amazing.
magic circle of runes that gives her like a temporary boost to
I was gonna
fighting.
say 4 out of 5 people understood that.
Yeah.
And then
I understood the reference.
Okay, you did. I didn't know if you knew Final Fantasy or not.
Well, no, I understood in D&D terms. I didn't realize it was a
Yeah.
Final Fantasy thing. But
Got
there are fey lines in D&D which provide magic and mana if you are
There
in
you
those
go.
realms.
Close enough.
Outside of that, you do not want to cast magic near them though, because they often cause wild magic surges, no
Mm.
matter what class you are. So,
All right.
but
All right.
never mind. It's fine.
But with that part, as Demira is showing off her new rune, anybody who read the letter that was with Demira when you guys first met her can make a history check. They choose.
Yes.
Okay.
And Lumi, you can also make this check, even though you weren't there for the letter for different reasons.
I think the letter has been passed around back and forth at times.
I can't remember if
Do we get
Lumi had.
advantage if we've seen the letter or no?
Nope, just if you've seen the letter, you get to
read it?
roll for this. But I'm pretty sure Lumi also wouldn't.
Alright.
Lumi has a different reason for knowing this, being able to roll anyways.
Wow, that almost went to a 20, but it landed on a 2, so I'll be a 4.
I picked mine up. I picked my dice up out of the thing and moved another one, and they both got 20s outside after I did the roll, and I was like, why? Why is this what you've chosen to do?
25.
Oh, lucky.
Ooh.
9.
Wait. So we'll do the. I assume. Well, we got 9, 25. What was the other two? Assuming Velkorin and Akari
4.
also rolled. 4. Okay, Akari doesn't really remember. Velkorin, if you're talking, you're muted.
R.I.P.
Or he BRB'd and I didn't see it.
I don't see it. Is it in the Discord?
Nope.
Nope. He died.
Tisk.
He's dead. Alright, anyways. Well, we'll see if, I'll just re-explain it afterwards. Or I'll put, I'll have Jax put it in semi-important chat after. But
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
yeah, that'll be easier. So for Vivra and Lumi, Lumi, you'll get a bit more on it, but we do the basic thing. You guys would recognize the rune that is on her back as you kind of look at the new symbols.
There's multiple.
It's multiple, yes. It's because obviously he was enchanting. It's like he was enchanting a weapon. There's multiple runes. But as you see, like, look closely, you do notice that one of those runes is familiar. It was one of the runes that was used on the letter that indicated the owner, that was meant for essentially where she was supposed to be delivered to blah, and that was the rune that was on that letter. Then for you, Lumi, this is a little extra, but I'm just going to read what is written here. Either way, the letter has been briefly passed around the group from time to time, but it is in its removed context. This symbol never stood out to you before. There are many different enchanting runes, and this one is not as commonly used as others, but now that you're seeing it again, it clicks to you. The symbol that was used in this delivery letter to denote the buyer's identity was an enchanter's rune. So you can imply that the owner or person who Demira was supposed to be delivered to was also an enchanter.
Do Do we know what this rune translates to now?
The second part that I told just to you, Lumi, you can decide whether or not you want to share that info with the party. Not really knowing what the rune means, no. Just outside of you recognize that rune was the rune that was used in the letter.
Something used in it.
Lumi's not going to share that that's an enchanter's rune with everyone, not just yet.
Gasp.
Above table, essentially, it would be like if you took one character out of a language. It doesn't mean anything on its own, but it's just part of enchanting. There would be a string of runes that together create an enchantment. But just taking one of them doesn't necessarily mean anything on its own. But it was that whoever was using it was just using it as code, as a placeholder, kind of.
All right, and what Vivra got out of it was that that rune is the same symbol that was on the paper. That's what Vivra got.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Extra context that rune used as identifier for not like the identity. Oh, this rune is for this specific enchanter. It's just I know this rune means it's an enchanter's rune.
Well, it still narrows it down quite a bit, at least for Lumi.
But this is if Lumi decides he wants to, that she can keep it to herself. So
She's keeping that one to herself until she talks to Malice about it. Because now
Vivra's go ahead.
She's like, I've got a list of enchanters that I'm going to have to like sort through now. This is not getting easier. It is getting easier, but it's not getting easier.
Yeah. Vivra's problem right now is Malice drew this rune on Demira, and it's the same rune that was on that paper. So she doesn't know if Malice is the one, but like it doesn't make sense to her that it would be Malice because Demira's been in front of Malice enough times that if he really wanted to get her, he could have.
Could just pick her up and take her.
Well, he could have tried.
He literally could have just stolen her. Like he literally just had her in front of him by herself.
By herself, yeah. Yeah, and putting like the signature on her back after the group like obviously intervened in the shipment. So she's like, it couldn't be Malice. But that's not a lot of information to go off of. Do I share that connection at this point?
Allie, did you hear any of that or?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, I assumed you disappeared because you weren't talking.
Okay. I was just about to send the thingy. I'll send it anyways.
Send it anyways, just so it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But.
No. Oh, it says Lumi specifically. That's fun.
Well, because Lumi knows enchanting more than.
Yeah, but it's funny that she was the highest roll.
Yeah.
The one who would understand it is the one that got the roll. And that's really cool.
And then, well, for you, Velkorin, do you roll your history checks? I didn't hear what you rolled.
Roll my history.
If you roll high enough, you'll likely just get the same. Vivra.
18.
18, yeah, that's enough. Like I said for the other people, you recognize that the symbol that's on one of the runes is the addition to Demira's rune on the back. On her back was the same rune that was used in the letter that was meant for the person to pick up Demira, basically. Or like we said in the thing. Do not deliver directly to blah. That rune was used on her back.
Blah.
Blah.
Interesting.
Watching and understand what I'm saying.
This is kind of happening retroactively. So at this point, Demira's just like, wow, you're so strong, haha. And she's like happily on her way with the group walking towards the palace or whatever.
So, were the For the Watchers, the symbol, that's where it says, "Do not deliver directly to bleh." That's the symbol that was on her back that
Imagine
everybody
that's their name. Their
That's-
name is Bleh.
Her name is
That's
bleh.
what it
But
translates
she-
to.
would recognize
It is
that.
one of the
One of
string
them.
symbols on
Obviously,
her
it's
back,
multiple
but she
runes,
has a
but
whole enchantment.
that's one that
That's the reason
stood
why
out to you
Lumi's
guys.
like concerned, because that's just a symbol involved in enchanting. Like-
Mhm. Could be any number of people who know enchanting stuff, which is something that we already know already, because they have enough knowledge to copy Malice's work, so surely they would know other runes as well.
With that, though, guys, free to continue on to go speak with the royals to let them know of your plan. Assuming you
Vivra,
guys.
after watching Demira do like the wee and then walk off, I think as they move ahead of her, she sort of quietly says, "That was very human of Demira to do that for Velkorin."
And with that, you guys are going to make your way to the throne room to go speak to the royals.
I would assume so.
You got some? Stop me.
Yeah, think so.
Wait, shopping episode. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Shopping part 2.
No.
Yeah. We need a new wardrobe.
So you guys make your way up to the throne room where you see Mikko, Sidon, and Frederick waiting for you guys. Oh, perfect. Like, I almost had them all lined up in a good spot. Close.
So close. Wow, he's tall.
Get up. Not fixing it. They see you approach, and obviously Sidon greets all of you guys first. Just welcome back. Hope you all had a lovely evening and we're well rested now. But obviously, we probably should get to business, which at that point he lets Mikau take over, which he is the one sitting in the throne, obviously, waiting for you guys to kind of approach closer, and after a minute, kind of just speaks up. He says, "Have you made your decision yet on what you would like to do?"
Our group has decided to take on the mission.
Nods slowly and just speaks up, saying that I appreciate all that you guys are doing. We are putting a very heavy burden on you, and I apologize for that, but this is something that needs to be done, and we definitely believe, all of us here, we all believe that you guys are the most qualified to handle this. Anything we can do to help prepare you for this, we will try to do as best of our ability.
Well, we made a lot of preparations ourselves so far, but if we could think of anything extra, we'll be sure to let you know.
This is the bare minimum. We could at least compensate you for any of your preparations as of this point.
Then we could get our
River
money back.
glances to Lumi.
That's good. Yeah.
Lumi, just
Here's
like
my
why
receipt.
I had to purchase potions. They're expensive, even for me.
That they are. But luckily enough, you have the favor of a king, as he corrects himself, a king, because he's not used to you saying that, but he corrects himself. You have the favor of a king, so obviously that is the least I can do for you, is to reimburse you for all your troubles that you guys are doing. So, any gold that you guys spend, undo it.
Nice.
I mean, Lumi can keep the 250. if she wants.
Oh, I'm not reimbursing myself for Malice. I'm going to reimburse myself for whatever the potions end up costing. Malice got all of my money. I'm just not out anything for the potion.
He refuses to say that that she gave money to Malice.
Understandable.
Obviously, well, I'll leave the planning to you yourself to figure out the best way you feel to accomplish this task, and you can depart whenever you're ready. Until then, you're free to use any of the amenities here in the town or whatever you need. We'll do our best to help you. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and take off.
Above table, they've already marked our map where we're heading and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we already know all that.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
The intended area. Should show you on 3, 2. Right. People are in the way.
Yeah, I think I remember you showing us the map last time, but I just
I will do it again just for...
This is a great visual.
Yeah, I'm working on it, Pippin. I need you. Alright, so for you guys, basically, so you guys are over here. That's where Pippin is currently. That's where you guys are. Whoop. Why can I move that? Not be able to move that. That's supposed to be locked. You guys are heading over here, basically. This is the forest. To the east, where you guys will be heading. Whoop. Get back over here. So, that is where you will be heading. That. Do you have anything else?
Oh, it's not that far.
Not terribly far. It's probably about 2-ish days travel. Whoop, that's Tempo. Wrong one. Click the wrong one.
Tempo's here too.
I'm here now.
He's always here. He's always floating in the background.
She needs to go hang out with her best friend, okay?
Fair. Fair enough. With that, like I said, if there's any other random things you want to discuss with the Royals, now would be the time to do it. If not, we'll move on. So Nibi has to run away shortly. Get to my quick thing, and then I'll backtrack to your thing, Vivra, that we can finish off for, just so that Lumi knows where what's going to happen after that.
I don't think I have much to say right now.
Yeah, I think concerning the Royals, everything's been said so far.
Yep.
At least for Akari.
As you guys go to leave, he just kind of speaks up again. We are all in your debt. This, if you succeed, this is one huge step forward, creating peace within this. I should say Frederick said that part, and then Mikau gives a slight bow to you guys, which is a very big deal, obviously, considering it.
Yeah.
But with that, you guys will head back down to your area and get prep to go. Just for the lack of time, so that Lumi or Nibi can run away to work. We'll say after you guys get prepared to leave and everything, you head off towards that direction. After about an hour and a half worth of travel, you guys end up passing over an archway of grown trees, and you feel the world kind of shift around you again. Very similar to before. The last time you left.
Lavender fog.
Ready, but I didn't. Lost it. Where is it? Why isn't it? There it is. That's why it's the Lavender Fog Inn. Like, what the heck? Why is it not there?
You need
Lavender
to use the
starts with a
proper
T.
names.
All right, I did. So as you guys start to enter the Lavender Fog, They're different. As you start to enter the lavender fog, it has changed a little bit. For the most part, that familiar lavender fields that are surrounded. There's the lake and all the other similar things that she said. The addition that you start to notice is there's a couple more smaller buildings that seem to be different that weren't there before, as well as the main thing that's kind of towards the back of the inn that you can hear in the background is a bunch of people that are hooting and hollering. It seems to be like something is going on, some sort of festival or as such in the back. You can see children running around, adults running around. The biggest similarity between everybody is all of them are wearing masks. And even in the very back behind the lavender fog itself, you can see a large tower that looks like it's somewhat hastily built, and it's starting to reach up into the sky, almost taller than the inn itself. But that's where we would let end off for everybody else, but so that way Lumi can run away. But for us, we'll jump back to Sidon and Vivra.
Oh god, did I give Juniper a seed?
A seed? That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Oh god. Anyway, I'm not taking accountability for my actions. I'm going to bed. Good night. Have fun.
Rest
night.
well.
Have a good night, Nibby.
Good night.
Man, jumping forward and then back. I'm like,
Yep, I know. It's because I wanted to get
I
that
got
part.
so confused for a second.
It's because I
right? It's like we're leaving, and I'm like, what do you mean we're
You're
leaving?
not leaving. You're just leaving because I knew Nibby had to leave, and I wanted her to see that part.
Yeah.
But I wanted
I
to
was
come
like,
back
you
to do your.
cannot have
A
me
vision of the
roleplay before we figure out what happens here, because I don't know how Vivra's gonna act.
Yes, no, that's why I was just describing the scene of what was going to happen, and then we can do from there. But anyways, as you start to leave, you kind of linger back from the rest of the group, while the rest of the group takes their way.
No, they're not leaving yet. I'm not doing. It's
I
not
know,
a 5-minute break. No.
I'm not saying leave. I'm saying as you guys left from the royals, not leave the
Okay.
city.
I
You
was
leave
gonna be like, no.
as you leave the throne room, you linger a bit
throne
because
room,
you
yes.
remember you were
Yeah.
supposed to meet with Sidon. And he
It's
does.
like, oh, I'll catch up with you guys later. I gotta go do a thing. I don't know.
I don't know. Just gotta do a thing.
She says it basically like that, essentially. She's like, talk to you guys later.
All right. So after a minute or two, Sidon does come up to catch up with you, and sees you waiting for him, and he's like, "Oh, I hope you didn't wait too long. Sorry, we're just finalizing some last few things with Mikau, but I should be free now. Get away from things."
No, it's fine. I didn't really wait that long at all. Still have a bunch of royal duties to attend to, or
Not any more than usual, but I think we might be able to play hooky today. I have a perfect spot that we can actually go. You'll indulge me for a moment.
Sure. I cast water breathing on myself, so I wasn't sure if you had any. I'll follow you.
That works too. As you try to start to walk with him, he just picks you up and jumps over the edge of the place into the water below. And basically brings you over to a waterfall.
Ooh.
I have everything labeled for a reason, and it's still everything.
You got a lot of stuff to sift through.
Alright. Up. So this is the front of the falls, just for you. And as he starts to, just so I can show off the picture better. starts to swim up towards the waterfall, and like confusion for a second, like why is he swimming out of waterfall? What's happening?
Yeah. Like instinctively, she like takes a breath to hold it because he's like heading for the waterfall, and she's like, wait, I don't.
Poof runs through the waterfall itself, which. Whoop. Or there we go. Start over. Oh, that is the first picture. So you see behind the waterfall itself is actually a hidden shrine almost. As pictured is in front of you. And he just kind of speaks up. Unfortunate that I had to drench you a bit, so sorry about that, but I figured this would be a nice place to hide away from for a bit. And then the somewhat awkward thing that he immediately pauses for a moment as you go into there is you see a lot of blue blood splattered on the floor. It looks like the struggles of a fight that had happened here before he got here. And he's like, okay, I guess something happened here. There's also the very subtle hint of blackened-ish looking blood. And he's like, well, it's a good thing the area I want to go is a bit further. What happened here? That was not intentional, sorry. As you can see, he's somewhat embarrassed because...
Oh, the blood decor wasn't on the itinerary?
No, it definitely wasn't, so... yeah. So anyways, he takes your hand again and literally swims up the waterfall to the next opening area, which is where this is right now. Right on the way again. This opening area. And just takes you up to this fountain-looking area to sit, basically. And after a moment, you guys just kind of get a moment to breathe, and he just kind of speaks up and saying that this is a really nice place. I typically come here. My father he used to always come here when he needed some quiet time, so he showed me eventually and said, well, this is kind of the place to hide if you need to. And it's really nice just to give you a moment to appreciate the serenity.
So, this place was built by your father, or?
Not by my father. It was actually one of our ancestors hundreds of years ago, probably, but we've maintained it just kind of as a secret place for us to get away from.
Are you allowed to share this place with people?
I won't tell if you won't.
I think she would chuckle at that and say, well...
Also, I'm a prince. Who's gonna tell me no? He chuckles at that, even though he hates admitting that.
I'm a prince who's gonna tell me. She kind of like puts her hands up, sort of like joking surrender, like, nope. I don't think they'd believe my words anyway. Especially if I told them that you were the one that showed me.
Plausible deniability, I suppose.
Let's see, I don't know if... I mean, if she had made food, it'd be soaked right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she has like Goodberry and stuff, right? So I almost imagined her being like, well, I tried making snacks, but they're a little soggy.
I'm sorry. I probably should have mentioned that this is where you see him kind of oops for a moment.
And she says, oh, no, it's, I didn't think, I literally did the water breathing and then the snacks, and my own brain didn't connect the two. It's fine. But I did make something for you. It's, and she'll pull out a little box that she would have put the vial in, the night before and hold it out to him.
No, I wasn't expecting a gift, and I unfortunately didn't get anything for you, and I feel a bit bad, but he does take it from your hand just to not be rude. Looks into it.
No, I was just... We were making potions last night, to prepare for the trip and whatever, and I figured, my mortar and pestle's already out. I could, make something for you as well, since we're gonna be gone for a while,
Well, I appreciate the gift, of course. Nice to know that someone is thinking about me. Even if it is I was just doing it, so might as well.
Vivra in the back of her mind feels a little bad for wording it that way now.
You can tell he's kind of teasing her.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose her passive insight's 15. That's probably high enough if he's being obvious.
He's being... It's obvious enough that he's messing with you.
Okay.
You and your friends are an interesting bunch, though, but it is always pleasant to receive one of your letters. If it's not too forward of me, I do look forward to receiving more of your letters in the future.
No, that's not forward at all. I was, recently, because we keep, heading back to the Zora's domain, I haven't been writing letters because we're here again, and I would have felt silly if you got the letter and then I was here the next day or something. I don't know.
Well, sorry, I missed the last part because I was catching up on my spot.
You're catching up. What?
Great.
Oh.
I have things that I need to mention. I wrote notes, okay? I was catching my notes.
Nice.
So say what you just said. I missed that part.
I also wrote notes, and I'm trying not to look at them.
Fair. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing the thing I shouldn't be doing.
It's fine. No, basically what Vivra said was that she would have written more letters, but because they keep coming back to the Zora domain, she feels a little silly if she were to write them and then immediately the next day see him anyway.
Well,
because then she can just tell him in person.
I suppose, but it's still always nice to see a letter, even if it's hand-delivered by you yourself.
Well, I will keep that in mind for next time, I suppose.
You can kind of see he just kind of slumps back a bit as he kind of relaxes a bit more. Just as finally able to take a moment to breathe.
Yeah, I think Vivra would relax for a bit as well. Maybe have some small talk for a while, because she's taking the first bit of Lumi's advice in a sense and just being a friend at first, and just kind of, but in the back of her mind she's like, if a moment arises and it's like towards the end of their time together is sort of what she's thinking, that she'll potentially say more.
But yeah, it's mostly just small talk for now, I guess.
Okay. Does he have anything else in particular to say before they get towards the end of their time here?
Nothing immediate that presses your mind. Like I said, it's general quick small talk right now. It's just kind of, he's just enjoying the moment with her, basically. Being able to be with somebody who is normal. So to speak.
Quote normal.
Quote unquote normal.
Someone that's not like, yes, of course, everything you say or whatever,
Yep.
someone willing to smack talk or talk back or not yes sir.
Somebody who
he
treats him
says.
just like another person. Not like
Yeah.
most.
So as like their small talk sort of subsides a bit, I think it would start to get a little more serious a bit as she kind of says, my group, we're getting ready to leave for that mission later today. Do you have anything that you need to do?
You can see the slight concern over his face kind of wash over his face, so to speak, as you talk about that. It's unfortunately a little embarrassed that I have to send my friend to somewhere so dangerous. It does concern me. I know you kind of just like waves himself off and is like, I know you all be fine. And even if things do go wrong, you have ways to get out. You're all smart.
We've survived before, you know?
But either way, I wish you all good luck, and obviously I hope you all return as safe as can be, and hopefully nothing goes awry with your travels.
She kind of bites her lower lip as she thinks for a moment. And she says, I really want to tell you something, but if you disagree, I don't want it to change anything between us. Would you rather know, or would you rather I keep it to myself?
We'll do it this way. I'll have him make an insight check. Smart enough to figure out what you're implying.
Oh, before she even says anything. You know, I said I wrote notes down. It's
Character sheet. Yeah, it's a 19. I'm pretty... or at least, I shouldn't say he's completely inferring, but he's like... He at least reacts to it.
I mean, a 19, let's see. I suppose hers would be persuasion. To go versus. I want her to fail with how she is around him. I think I'll voluntarily give her disadvantage in this moment, unless you want to do the charisma, because you gave her. The funny thing is, you gave her the charisma saving throw. I don't think this is a saving throw, though.
No, it would be technically a saving throw for him. You're trying to persuade. So.
Oh my gosh!
Do whatever
I'm so glad I gave her disadvantage. That's that's really funny. So a 20 on the first die and a 16 on the second, plus 2 is 18. He beats it.
Okay.
Just by 1. So it's like a glint, like sort of hopeful, but like obvious. Again, she is always nervous talking like this. Like talking genuinely is not easy for her, but there's like a hopeful glint, I would say, in her eye in this moment.
You probably definitely would see he takes notice that you're more serious. So he kind of sits up properly and very gently takes your hand and just says, tell me whatever you need to tell me. We're both adults. Whatever you want to say, I can deal with.
I can deal with.
I worded it bad, whatever. You know what I mean.
No, I know, but it's really funny to me.
I can
Imagining him
take
saying,
it.
I can take it.
I can take it. I can
take
deal with it. Lay it on me. So she will take a breath and she'll say, Sidon, I like you. I really like you. I know you had that gap when we went missing and stuff, but I didn't. So what was more than a year for you was days for me, and just seeing the way you care about other people, the way that you've been so willing to care and help someone like me. It's okay if you don't feel the same way, but I don't know what's gonna happen on this mission, and I think I would have regretted it more if I hadn't told you.
Might help unmute me.
just Sidon stares quietly for the next 10 minutes.
Yep.
His mouth is moving, but there's no sound.
Yep.
Oh no, you're having a stroke.
Healing word.
He does seem surprised, and you do see a somewhat rare, bashful side to his usual confidence that he normally shows. And he just does say that this is very sudden. But I do understand. He pauses for a moment, and while I don't know if I quite share the same feelings yet, he makes sure to emphasize the yet part. I hadn't thought about it before. I guess my only concern is both of us. We are constantly busy. That something that we can handle. Well, as I'm sending you off somewhere dangerous, which at that point he kind of is like,
he's like, whoops, I way to make an impression. No. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now, and we don't know what's gonna happen a day, a month, a year from now, but my hope is that eventually this war and everything that's happening will calm down in some way or another. Maybe we can, if you're interested, try something then.
Kind of the same moment where he's paused but thinking, but also somewhat getting a little nervous because he knows the longer he takes to respond, more anxious you would get. And is acknowledging that fact. And I think I would like to see where things could go, but need to make it back safe first. I'm very hopeful for a future where you all return safely and we can discuss the possibilities a bit more. I hope I'm not disappointing you with this response. Now more than ever, I would wish to give you reassurance. You can see that he kind of brushes a lock of her hair behind her ear or something like that and just kind of has her hand near her cheek for a moment as he looks at her.
It's okay. Like I said, I wasn't expecting you to agree. But I did want you to know. And I do want to come back. I've been gaining things, people, reasons that this party, I mean, sorry. And she kind of like tries to adjust what she's trying to say, and she says, the people in this party are ones that I think I'm willing to die for, in a sense. But I've also been finding others. You know, Okoku, Nisha, and you, I suppose, that I'd be willing to live for.
I get the slight smile that kind of is typical smile that always makes whenever trying to cheer people up too, but also acknowledging what you're saying. Good that you've been able to meet so many people and rely on. You're honored to be included within that group.
It took me a while to come around. She kind of half smirks, trying to lighten things up a little bit.
Yes, you're certainly a bit different than the first time I met you. When you were exhausted and I had to pick you up as you tried to touch a sword you shouldn't have touched.
Oh my gosh. She puts her hand
At that point, he
over
definitely
her
chuckles
face,
at
like,
that
you
moment.
do not need to remind me. That was the second time.
Funny for me that 2 years ago, yet for you it was just a couple months. But I still remember that.
Well, I'm glad I could have been amusing for you. And she kind of like like puffs herself up a little bit, like, huh.
Chuckles as well back to her as well. Hey, I am glad you told me what you needed to tell me, as it gives me times to think about things that I maybe had in the back of my head that I wasn't realizing.
Well, hopefully it's only a good thing. Whichever way you figure, you know? Like I said, if it ends up not being something, I still like to be your friend, I think.
That one I for sure can offer. I am always available to be your friend. I have no reason to not. I quite enjoy our time spent together.
Well, that's a relief then. Sorry, my nerves are still a little high right now. I'll probably calm down later. I wasn't sure if I was gonna ever actually tell you. So, and her voice trails off.
Mm-hmm. He is basically gives her a moment to calm down. Like, well, the quiet, well, not so much quiet because of the falls, but the serenity and tranquility of this area is definitely a good place to just listen and ground everything up.
She kind of leans back and closes her eyes to listen for a moment quietly. As she is calming down, part of her is thinking about, but a small part of her is reminded of like the blood at the entrance, and she's like, in the back of her head, she's like, "This is a place that's great for drowning sound out." And then she's like, "Don't think about that right now. That's bad. I don't need to be overthinking in this moment." And in a sense, it almost helps her because it breaks her from the nerves of, oh my gosh, I confessed to this guy.
He sees you lean back to just kind of breathe. You're not good at hiding your emotions right now.
She's not. I could roll. Oh, not bad, honestly. It's got, her nerves are already like high, so it's just it's subtle at this point.
He just kind of leans towards you and gives you a soft kiss on the cheek to kind of distract you, so to speak, as he knows you're stuck in your head.
Her cheeks bright, so bright. Yeah, that she cannot hide because she wasn't expecting that.
Did that get you to stop thinking? Truffle is teasing her a bit.
Well, I stopped thinking about something. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. And she because otherwise she'll say too much at that point. So she's like, yeah, yes, you know what? Yeah.
He kind of sinks back to the point where he's just laying down completely. Both enjoying the serenity of the waterfalls, the sound of the waterfall that echoes throughout this almost cavern-like area.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then hiccup.
I think much of the you okay?
Yep, we're good.
I think much of the rest of the time would be just kind of resting, taking in nature, almost meditative for Vivra, as she lets the natural surroundings soothe her until it's just about time for them to head out because she has to get back to the group because they're not going to leave without her, but she's like, I feel like they're going to be questioning things regardless, but we don't need them to question too much.
Not much more than usual, I would think. I mean, some of them are a little more oblivious than others. Just look at my brother and his wonderful fiancée.
Did you know that she didn't know?
Oh, 100%. That was the fun.
What?
All of us knew. She.
Side on.
Hey, I have to tease my little brother every once in a while.
You know, sometimes I forget that he's the younger brother.
Yeah. He got the big genes. I don't know what happened.
I mean, you are still taller than most of the Zora that I've seen around here.
I suppose also look at his father. Which, if you remember, his father's like 20 feet tall. He's the
Oh,
giant
I was
whale.
gonna say 30. Right,
huge.
right.
Just yeah, just a picture of that. Right.
Oh man. Yeah, we haven't seen him in
I
a long time.
I do still have it, Mr. Dorvan.
Dorvan.
Boom. Big.
Oh, blocked.
Yep.
There he is.
All right.
Wow.
But anyway.
That's right, yeah.
But anyways. Yeah.
We digress.
Yes. Acquiesce. Whatever the word. I don't know what that word is. Anyways, so after
Acquiesce is not the right word.
That's not the right word. I know it's not the right word. I like saying fancy
That's why
words.
I said we digress. Digressing is like we got off topic onto a tangent and we're returning to the topic at hand. I use digress all the time wrong. I'll say like one sentence off topic and they go, I digress. And that's not digressing.
But with that, we will say that he helps you get back to the mainland a little more sneakily to not
great at swimming through waterfalls.
Yeah, well, what he's for.
Yep.
So, brings you back to the main area where they leave off. And that's probably where we'll leave off for the session. Continue onwards to the next port. As like I said, we'll finish off there since everybody else is running away now, and I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. So we'll be back again.
Forever.
Yep, trapped forever. We'll be back again in 2 weeks, where the party will be back at the Lavender Fog again. Luckily, shorten their time frame a bit, and then see what's going on with the mysterious, almost festival-like thing that's happening at the fog.
The fog is the inn's glitching out.
The inn. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.